Kyle Gass did nothing wrong.
No,
We can't start with this.
Cut it anyway, because you
That's
silence what the people want,
That's true.
which is the truth.
Just silence Ethan, and then and then we'll just be like, no, don't, and they're all like,
I
what?
mean, it's not that big a deal, really.
Yeah, I know. I mean, for like political climate wise, I get why we don't want, like, we shouldn't, because like, yeah, it's kind of serious, but at the same time, like, it's so fucking funny. It's like
It is funny.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. I was
so
at
funny.
the comedy show on Sunday, the Burt Kreischer one. So I went with my brother's girlfriend or friend, because they're not. It's hard to explain, but they're the homie, the girl, the very
woman.
cool. The woman. We went to the Burt Kreischer show because we won tickets at the baseball game the week before, and I knew something happened to Trump, and I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck happened? And Sam was like, do you not know? And I was like, no. And she's like, okay. And she explained it to me, and thank fucking God, because all the comics on the whole set, like, there was 5 of them, they all made jokes about it, and I'm like, okay, this helps a lot, because out of context, I've been like, what happened? I don't know what's happening.
Crazy. I would have been crazy going to that show with no context for Trump getting shot in the ear.
That'd be
Or,
so funny.
sorry, Trump getting a new ear piercing.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a really edgy way to get a piercing. Do you think, like,
I'd do
like
it.
you think? Yeah, I bet someone out there would probably get like the William Tell treatment on
I
their
was
ear.
gonna
to get a
make
nice
the
new
William
piercing.
Tell joke.
Wait,
do it.
I don't know that one.
You know the guy who shoots the apple off the head with the arrow?
Oh, okay, I get what you mean.
Dear listeners, we're recording this episode way earlier than we normally did. Or no,
And in the 1 week between recordings,
yeah,
we managed to get Trump got an ear piercing.
It was
It
such
is,
an insane, it's just a week, nothing's gonna happen.
And Jack Black lost his mind over it.
It is July 16th when we are recording this, so
So much stuff has happened.
we can't record next week when we would normally record, so we're doing this earlier.
We're too busy having a girls' night.
Yeah, we're having girls' night.
We're having
Yeah.
girls' night.
And then we're having a girls' night with one of the girls' partners, because can't be separated apparently.
Ethan
So girls
invited
can all
her.
girls.
I invited
I know.
her.
I
I'm
didn't-
kidding.
Ethan
I'm kidding.
said in the text, you should bring her.
I don't remember the text. Was it on Discord or was it on Instagram?
No, it was
No,
on
I texted
Instagram.
him privately and then also
Oh,
asked
no
him
fucking
privately.
way. No kidding.
And
I
then
didn't.
invited you because,
Oh.
you're also, like, we
You must regret
might
the
say
invite
we're
now.
friends or something.
We're not friends, we're co-hosts.
We're
co-hosts.
colleagues.
We have to
Colleagues
have an
at best.
obligatory friend.
Let's
like,
not
quote-unquote
get too
friendship
chummy
hang.
here.
We're co-hosts that have dinner together and play games
We're gonna
together.
play games
Can I bring Clue, by the way?
if you
I
want.
know him from work.
I'm bringing Red Dragon in.
Okay, cool. We don't have to play it, but I'll bring it.
Yeah, I'll bring on play mine. I'll bring every single Catan expansion. I own all of them. I'm a slut for Catan.
I've never played. Didn't
that
you
one in
say,
the
Ethan, you
quotes.
have the
Hold on.
kids version?
Wait,
No, I have the base version plus one expansion.
Okay, I got you. Are you
If Connor
putting
brings
it
it
in
all,
the...
it'd be very funny.
I can't.
Get like the wagons, like the material wagons that people like lug kids in. You gotta bring that full of Catan.
I'm bringing my stroller full of Catan.
Are you putting it? Yes. I'm a slut for Catan.
Wait, what did you do?
You
Put it in the quotes chat in the
Jodcraft.
other server.
Oh.
Sorry, I said the server name. You might need to, if we're keeping this in.
Yeah,
you
God forbid
leave it
God forbid the Minecraft server gets hacked again.
Yeah.
Has it happened?
Did we not tell you
yeah.
about this?
Was I around when it happened? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
You would have been on the server. I don't know how active
I
you
told-
were on the Minecraft
We
world
told
at
this
the
Oh,
time.
story
like,
on
rarely
a very
ever.
cool podcast, but we can tell it again if you want.
Please.
It is
I'm sure
funny.
the audience have very cool podcasts
Yeah,
and don't even
yeah,
I'm
start
sure
with
there's
not
such a
the
big
same.
crossover. But anyways, Minecraft server.
Yeah.
I just happened to be to log on one day and saw someone else on the server. Wait, was it me?
Now, normally this is to be expected from a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
However,
It's a private server.
This is not.
This is not one
Yeah.
of our friends. So I text out. Was it me who did that? I think it was me who caught it first.
I was definitely online.
It
first,
doesn't
I
matter.
remember this.
Doesn't
I
matter.
remembered seeing them log on.
Somebody caught it first, whether it was me or Ethan or one of our other friends. I believe it was me. If we find out, hey, there's someone else on here, and then like 4 of us log on to try and combat this, and he's griefing our server. He blew up.
Wait, what do you mean by?
He's blowing shit up.
I totally know what that. Oh.
He
okay.
blew up my storage room.
Yeah, so by blowing up the storage room, it dumps every item on the ground, lags the hell out of the server because it has to render every individual Minecraft item on the ground.
I had spent like 4 months grinding supplies for a massive project, and then and then I lost everything. Then he blew up a bunch of other stuff too.
You were the most affected.
I was
by
the
this.
most affected, yeah. And then
Yeah, which is so funny and awful at the same time.
Ethan
I mean, it
and
is your
I,
server after
and then
all.
one
Like,
of our
it's
other friends.
the Discord server is named after you.
And I don't run it.
Kind of.
But none of us have admin control, by the way. So
Oh yeah.
we just
forgot.
hunt him
That's why
down
I-
as best we can, and then hopefully our friend's brother runs the server, and his girlfriend was home, and she just pulled the plug on the computer. So it was down for a few days.
I remember this part. Yes.
'Cause he
this
was
is
out of
coming
town.
Back to me.
So-
Yeah, I remember this.
And he's from Afghanistan. He's a Minecraft YouTuber. He just griefs people's servers. I don't think he ever did a video on us. It's okay.
You guys were able to.
I think one of our friends commented his IP address in his comment section.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
The
Awesome.
buddy's brother, he just ripped the IP from the guy and posted that shit in our
That's
Discord.
so fucking
It's
funny.
probably still there because all he had. We didn't have a whitelist because we're like bored morons. Because we're just bored morons. So we wanted a Minecraft server. Why does it need security?
Yeah, we didn't think
And now we
about
have
it.
a whitelist
I mean,
because of this
what's
guy.
the point of it? You know.
But yeah, so that's the story how we got griefed
That's
that
so
one time. And
that's
only
so
I was
funny.
really affected, which sucks.
When he
but-
God, the
That's so
funniest part
funny,
of that
though.
story is that we got his IP out of it. I think that's the best part.
Because you can find like his exact location that way, right?
Yes.
That's so fun.
That was just.
Nice. I love that.
I'm gonna search for that post.
The
Actually.
comments of this
Well,
section is just going to be our IP addresses.
Yeah.
The fact that, okay, I'm not saying this as in like, oh, why would someone do such a horrible thing? More of like, why would you do that? Because at the same time, you don't get the satisfaction of like seeing the reaction of the people you're griefing. Because it's like, if I was a fly on the wall all the time, I would ruin people's lives. Not actually. I don't have the heart to do it. But if I was like less empathetic, then I probably would. But at this, like, it's like you don't get to see the reaction, and it's just like, I guess some people just like crave just destroying things, which is fine, I guess.
Me,
but,
I'm filled with rage.
yeah, you are. I can see it. You just seethe rage all the time. That's why your color's blue and not red.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's so weird to me. And then, and like, how dumb are you? How often do you do this to not know that that can be a thing that happens? Like that, like you can get your IP address leaked like that. So it's just so wild.
It is wild.
Was he a popular YouTuber?
No.
No.
I think
That's
he was
probably why I
smaller
didn't
than
get
my
it.
YouTube channel.
Our
Really?
shit's more popular, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's funny. There you go. I hope
Alright.
he learned hope he learned his lesson.
Probably
But at the
not.
same
Anyway,
time, it's
the
a
topic
good
of
story.
today's episode.
Yeah. So today's episode. Actually, I have an internet disclaimer on my
No.
next slide, but we're
You,
not.
you
done
haven't
yet.
you haven't even introduced us
You haven't
yet.
done the
dear.
intro.
I haven't. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Fucking wow. We're doing so good. Hi. Welcome to Don't Even Get Me Started. It's a podcast about presentations about stuff. Today I'm hosting. I'm doing my first Kingdom Hearts episode. I would have done it sooner, but it literally took me days, like hours of days. Like I'm pretty sure there's probably over like 12 hours of work into this PowerPoint presentation.
Slammed it out.
But yeah, I did. I was working on it today. I had to cancel stuff, personal
Like
stuff.
stretching, cracking knuckles.
Cracking knuckles. I'm
All right, time to crank some fucking content out. Let's get this Kingdom Hearts shit going.
Don't say that word.
Don't what? Don't say what word?
Content or
No.
cranking?
No, that's not. Never mind.
What word?
What
Come
Oh,
on.
word?
you said the C,
What are you talking-
C-bomb.
Oh,
Did you say content? My thing glitched?
That's really funny.
Maybe it is. I'm really tired.
No,
you
it's
really
okay.
thought that I said
I totally
You're
heard
like,
that.
crank that C
that's so
word?
funny.
I'm pretty tired. I went to the Calgary
fair.
Zoo yesterday. It's a very long
Oh
day.
my
You did.
god.
You didn't
That's
bring
like a
me.
full activity.
And then
oh.
no, I was going with just my family. And I was
Yeah,
working
again,
in
you
the heat
didn't
all
bring
day. It's
Ethan?
hot today. That's true.
It's hot today. It's pretty muggy
It's
out
like 30
right now.
degrees and very humid out. I'm tired. My brain is slightly liquid.
A little bit warmer now. It's 27 degrees right now.
Is it 27 degrees outside?
Yep.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. But it is humid, you're right. It was god awful. But yeah, it's not great. I'm gonna be going camping this week, so hopefully that'll be okay. I
luck.
think it's still gonna I know. Well, I have one white shirt, so I'm prepared. I have my very first white shirt. Not really white, it's like beige, but it's a Legend of Zelda shirt by the artist Arcane Gold. Look them up. I think they're a girl, but just in case, look them up. They're a really good artist. It took like over probably like maybe like less than a year to get the shirt after pre-ordering it. But anyways, doesn't matter. Kingdom Hearts. That's what we're talking about, baby.
You didn't even say our
Part
names.
one of. Oh right, I'm Ray. I use she/they pronouns. Joining me as always, because we're all co-hosts here, is Ethan and
Yo.
Connor.
Hello.
I was like, I don't remember if we gave each other room to talk. I don't think we normally do, but anyways, yeah. This episode today I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts. I'm just talking about, I mean, I'll go through it obviously, but basically just like the concept of what it is. I'm not going to go in detail in any of the games. That's another presentation. I'm just trying to like cover ground so that I can prepare for the next time I talk about Kingdom Hearts, because recently how this all came to be. My 3DS has been broken for probably close to like 5 years. I know it was before COVID, because one of an old friend of mine that I don't talk to, and it's been probably since like COVID, the first summer of COVID. I tried to give them my DS to fix it, and we couldn't get it open because the screw got stripped, and so I just didn't have a 3DS for a long time, because I have one of the first 3DS. I have like the purple one, like the small one. That one, the top screen is almost completely separate from the bottom. So if I turn it on, it's like a good high chance that if I make one wrong move, then it'll just completely fall apart, and I'll just have two separate pieces of one DS kind of thing. And I don't want to do that. So this one that I have right now that I just got
Nintendo
fixed.
S.
Nintendo S, yeah. 3S, yeah.
Just a Game Boy again.
It's just
Shut
a 3
up.
screen, not a dual screen. It's a 3 screen. So yeah, I already have a Game Boy. I don't need another one. But so I have my 3DS, new 3DS XL is what it's called, and it's been fixed. And the 3D is a little wonky now, and the battery is a lot worse. But it's fixed, and I can play games on it now. I don't give a shit about
Really
anything
long
else.
Extension cord.
Yeah. The thing is that it lasts maybe a day, whereas my DS normally can last weeks. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, the motherboard also is pretty new, so, like, maybe they just don't make motherboards like they used to or something like that. I don't know. I have warranty on it still, so if I really don't
make them like they used to.
They don't! I mean, honestly, I thought it was worth it. Like, it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be, and I fixed it. Doesn't matter.
I
wanted
worked
to
out
play
my DS yesterday too.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I played my DS until that shit was the Nintendo 2 screens, separate.
Yeah, you get it. What were you playing, Connor?
Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem and Lego Battles.
That's
Haven't played
crazy.
either of those. Yeah.
DS was great. Had lots of games, so everyone could have their own niche game to pick.
Mm-hmm.
and
I
play,
bought Mario
like
vs.
in
Donkey
it.
Kong last year.
That's pretty good.
I wish my shit still worked.
I mean, if you want just a normal DS, I've got a bunch.
I'll emulate that bitch, don't worry.
Fair point. The
Fuck
problem,
Nintendo.
I was fucked. Fucked. Well, yeah, I was fucked, but
You were what?
We can
Not
turn
in
this
that
into
way.
that kind of
Not in that-
podcast if you want. It's fine. Like, I'm okay with it.
Boy, don't even get
What?
me started on what happened last night.
Don't even get me
Yeah.
started what could have happened. No. My DS, my 3DS, my old motherboard, because I just got it replaced, that one comes with, like, your motherboard has all the data, like your games and stuff like that. And recently, maybe like in the last few months or something like that, or within this last year, the Nintendo eShop for the 3DS is completely closed down, like how the Wii Shop was closed down. So I can't get any games, nor can I download or update anything on DSs anymore. And unfortunately, like, my DS wasn't in working condition when this happened, so I couldn't even get send in my DS to get fixed in time for me to be able to download and update everything that I needed. So basically, my DS is like back from square one. So it wasn't too much, but the games I had on there were the Ace Attorney 4, 5, and 6, which they have it all like remade for the Switch and stuff like that, which is where I've played them again recently. But having them, it's different. Like, when you have the original versus the remake, like, it's obviously, like, you want the original still there, too. Like, I have the original Phoenix Wright game for the DS. Oh, and the Game Boy. I actually have both. So, like, that's there, and that's fine. I like having that, and it's a physical copy, but these are all digital copies, and that's the problem with digital copies, is that you can't have it physically. And, like, with Steam, that makes sense, because that's, like, a thing that won't die, unless the internet blows up, but hopefully that won't happen. Whereas,
you should... I hear what you're saying. We need physical copies of things.
Yes, we need physical copies of things. Like, I don't have physical copies. Literally.
This is why piracy is cool. I mean,
yeah.
I didn't say that.
It's cool in Minecraft.
This is totally legal. No worries about that. Yeah, no, like, having physical copies of stuff is just so important. Like, I actually regret giving away a lot of my physical copies of stuff, but because I can't get them online either, because it's all, like, for the DS or something, where that didn't have an eShop. It all started for the 3DS, I think. I don't remember if the DSi had a shop. Kind of had something similar, but I don't think it was like the same thing. I honestly, whoever listener, if there's a listener out there that knows more about this, then fucking drop it in the comments. I'd love to learn, because I don't remember. But anyways, so that kind of sucked, and I had to make the decision to either like keep the motherboard in my current DS, because that motherboard also is broken. So this was either my ex-partner who looked at my DS or an ex-friend that looked at the DS. One of them, because I know it wasn't me because I didn't do this, one of them changed the screw and then dug it in too deep, which punctured the motherboard, which broke the top half of the screen.
No.
So
and that's
they
why
are
they're an ex.
That's why they're
Partner.
exes. Yes, this is why.
You busted my shit, asshole.
Don't have friends. Oh God. Yeah. No. Literally. Don't have friends.
Never
with the letter.
have friends.
I was about to say. I don't want to say it, because then you might have to bleep it too. I was gonna say. No, I'm not gonna say. Yeah. No, I'll say it, because it's not even that important. It's not even that. I was gonna say don't have friends or partners with the letter A as the first letter of their name, but that's a bit too obvious. So just bleep that if you want. Yeah. So that's what broke it, and that it crushed me, because before it was just the top screen, and that's why it wasn't turning on. There was a ribbon cable that was out of place. And then after that motherboard became an issue, because after they changed the screen, because apparently it was something else as well, you can just see the bottom screen. So the top screen's completely blank and it doesn't work, which is awful. So I was like, fucking great. I guess I'll just, have to either get a new DS.
Die.
They're like, yeah, I was like, okay. So they replaced the motherboard, but they texted me when they were looking at it, like, hey, did you want us to replace it, or do you want us to keep the original in there so you could do a data transfer? I'm like, well, I don't have a working second DS that well, so either I have to do it with them because I'm afraid of my DS exploding in front of me, like my old one, or I just suck it up and get a new motherboard. And they're like, look, we'll give you a new motherboard, like, we'll install a new motherboard, we'll give you your old one, and then if you want to replace it, like, come back and we can do it here. So you don't have to, like, worry about going back and forth. And I'm like, thank you, that'd be great. So I might do that in the future.
Really cool.
It was really cool. Any Edmontonian listeners, they're called Video Game Repairs. Really great place, love them dearly. Super, super nice people, really helpful. Wasn't expensive as I thought. I'm not gonna say what it was, because I'm sure it might be expensive for some people, but I would have given my left foot for this device. I miss it so much. Anyways, I went on a rant about that. I was playing Kingdom Hearts on my DSi is what I was trying to say, and it hurt my hands, because my DSi is so small, and like my hands obviously have grown since I was 13. Yeah.
My hand. My poor hand.
My poor hands. And also, I don't have like arthritis or nothing like that, but I mean, it still hurts, and I don't want to play games intensely, button mashing my goddamn brains out trying to play Kingdom Hearts 358, because it's one. I think that one is notoriously one of the hardest of the games, just because it's just so bad and dumb, and like it's just so like tedious of a game. But it's my favorite one. I love that one so much. I will die in my grave with that game. When I die, that game has to come with me. In its packaging, with the DS and everything, that's coming with me. Anyways. Gonna give myself a lung choking.
You
So,
good?
yeah. I'm good. I just choked on my saliva, getting really passionate about this. But that's the point, you know? Anyways, yeah, Kingdom Hearts. This is where it came from. I was playing the game recently. I really wanted to make a presentation about it because I was like, oh, I should do Resident Evil or Fire Emblem. Now that I'm done, I'm taking a break from Ace Attorney. There's more to it, but I'm like not gonna do it right now. But I was like, this is the one because I've been thinking about it nonstop. Like it's back in my brain once again. It has its own folder in Pinterest. That's how you know it's important. It's not into just the random hyperfixation folder. It's got its own folder with stuff in it. Nobody can see it because it's private. Anyways. I'm good to go. If you want to go to the next slide, I'm just going to do a baby disclaimer. It's not baby, it's pretty
20
big.
minutes
But
into the presentation.
oh my
Don't
god,
worry about it.
don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Most of
about
it was introductory stuff too, I bet.
Yeah.
Probably not actually. Yeah. Well, anyways. We all know some fandoms of things can get really toxic and just really intense. I'm not going to name any, but Undertale. Some of them can get really bad. Just like in terms of how people take content and like how they interpret it and how other people
Connor,
interpret
can you,
it. So there's like no
like
mutual
boost
respect.
her saying Undertale when she whispers it? That'd be great.
Yep, I will. Can do.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No. Okay, no. Don't come after me, Undertale fans.
I will
that
kill
game.
any Undertale fan. Don't worry.
Okay. Good to know. Honestly, Kingdom Hearts could be worse. I think it could be worse than Undertale. I'm not saying it is because I don't know, but I don't really engage a lot with the community. Mostly because I value my mental health and I don't want to go to therapy more than I already have to.
And the game sucks.
And the game's bad. The game, honestly, as a fan, I don't recommend playing the game. It's hard. The story's really bad. The characters are cool. I like that about it. And also I cried. Like I never cried more in one day than when I played the third game. It was like good tears. But also it comes with nostalgia. It's one of those things that if you play it as an adult, I don't think you'll really like it. If you play it as a kid and you grow up with it kind of thing, it's a lot different. So, video games are fantasy. They're fictitious. It's storytelling. You don't have to love it. You don't have to hate it. You don't even have to interact with it. But when you do love it and you kind of like, you know, you hurt other people or you say mean things or you do bad stuff or for this namesake of, say, a character, a pairing, a game, the creator, whatever, like, that's how you know you need to go talk to somebody because I think you might be a little crazy. I would die on the hill of-
therapy.
What'd you say?
Do the therapy.
Do the therapy. I recommend it, kind of, depends on the therapy. Do it if you want to try it, do it. If you don't think it's going to work, don't do it. It's not going to work.
Try it, and then maybe try a different therapist. If
Yeah.
you think it works.
Try it and
Just
then try again.
Give her a real college try.
Simply
Yeah.
thug that shit out.
Huh? What? What?
You want to repeat that, Connor?
Simply thug that shit out.
Cool, now we've got a drop.
So yeah, I don't really like to tolerate inappropriate and hateful behavior based off your love and of one thing, like for the sake of that one thing. It's just not cool. I'm not a fan, and I think I could say that. You could say that for a lot of stuff, and I'm sure there's lots of things we've already talked about that probably also applies to this.
Like
I'm saying
Heritage
in
Minutes.
general. Like Heritage Minutes.
Yeah, really toxic
Very
fan
dedicated
base.
Oh, yeah.
Heritage Minute fandom.
I think I'm more thinking about like the stuff that I've talked about, but I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how
Listen-
intense the Bionicle community is.
Yeah,
but
Well, it's
Listen,
extremely
if-
intense.
that's kind of I was
If
like,
any you talk shit, I will find you. All right. Be respectful down there,
whoever
you
thinks
fucks.
shit. What was the basketball team? The Edmonton.
Edmonton grads.
The grads.
Edmonton grads. Thank you. Whoever disrespects the Edmonton grads, I will find you.
Yeah. No, I will find you. I will give you a sternly worded talking to about
I'll
why
kill
you
you.
are wrong, and then I will kill you. No, I won't.
I won't either. There's no threats.
Exactly.
yeah.
We'd be
Yeah.
no better than you threatening us, which you won't do because I will find you. I'm gonna stop this bit now.
Don't worry. I'm I don't want to spend too much time on this because I think everybody's pretty aware of this kind of shit. But yeah, I don't know. I had a Twitter experience recently, and that doesn't have a good start. So
Hard to know her.
A series of words spur more fear into the hearts of every human being on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Epic Twitter moment.
I'm sure you could find the post if you really dig through it, but there was one that I posted about Kingdom Hearts, and it was like, there's a main character, they're in like a trio friendship. There's two guys, one girl. A lot of the game itself is pretty forceful I'd say forceful, but pretty like they want it, like they want the male and female main male and female character to kind of be implied as a pairing, which is fine. I don't think it's written that well personally, but that's my opinion. I personally prefer the relationship between the two guys, whether it be platonic or romantic. But I think it's just good in general. But I was like, I made a post about like, oh, I think that they're so gay, like how could not? And then I got like, I think that was the most interacted post I ever made. I had like 600 likes, maybe like close to a few hundred retweets, like maybe 100 comments or something, and then a lot of it was like, oh my gosh, right? And a lot of it was like, you've clearly never spoken to another man, like a man before, or you're so wrong, like that's not true. And then like gives me like, translation says this or whatever. I'm like, that's a bit much. Like obviously you don't need to say stuff like that. People are going to do it because they're defending it, and I clearly did what I did, which was I defended my thoughts, but I didn't defend it in the sense that I'm not going to excuse what I said because I'm sure I'm a hypocrite here, but I was like, they're totally gay. I'm just saying, it makes sense to me. And like, it's honestly, when you look at it, I don't have a picture of it in this PowerPoint, but it's like Sora, the main character, with Riku, the other main male character, in the third game to help expel the darkness in one of the other characters' hearts. He uses like a keyblade. It's a rainbow keyblade. It's a rainbow. It's straight up just a rainbow.
It's a gay keyblade.
It's a gay keyblade. It's very much gay. Everyone's like, a lot of people are like, that is the gayest shit, and I love it because it's cute. Their friendship is obviously very important. It doesn't have to be taken romantically or platonically or whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It's fantasy. But I was like, I didn't want it to affect me, like the Twitter post, but I was like, it kind of affected me, and I felt really bad about it. But then I was like, why do I feel bad? I didn't hurt anybody. I wasn't intending to hurt anybody. I didn't say anything hateful. I didn't say whoever ships the other way is wrong or whatever. So people can be mean, and just be careful, I guess. Don't interact with it. I did not interact with it at all. Nor would I ever. I have no intention to. It just feels...
Post all your thoughts. Mute them immediately. Interact with nobody in the comment section.
Exactly.
Their opinions don't matter.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're saying something really mean and hateful as well, then maybe
their
think about it more.
Opinions don't matter.
Yeah. Like, there's a reason why some people don't have Twitters anymore. I have, like, an anthropology teacher that kept getting banned from Twitter and, like, telling us about it when she's in Twitter jail and stuff. And I'm like, might need to rethink about why you're in Twitter jail so much, but love you, sweetie. You're great. She was really funny.
Another name to censor there.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Love you, Yeah, I'm pretty sure any anthropology from my university student might know, but it doesn't matter. The concept of games are simple. It's story, there's emotions, it gives us good memories, surround yourself with loving, supporting people, whoever share the same love as you, and that's good. I think it's cool. That's all I gotta say about that, so we can move on to the good stuff.
Also, Winnie the Pooh is a main character in this game. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Also, the game is bad. Anyways, moving on.
It's bad. It's a bad game.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Which we learned is a bear that was named after another real life bear that was called a shit bear because the bear came from... Yeah. This is why you had to do Kingdom Hearts next.
Yeah, that's exactly... I think that's...
Specifically because of one heritage man.
Also, big fan of Bionicles, like the last episode I did.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's Bionicles in this.
Yeah. They're totally... Well, technically,
just don't tell Connor.
You can connect it.
Winnie the Pooh the bear loves Bionicles.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So, table context, like my usual. As you can see, there's only 4 major sections and then a billion minor sections. There's probably going to be more within each of them. There's a few slides for some of them, but I think in total I have maybe close to 50 slides in this presentation. I can't remember, but I mean, I was able to make a 50 slide show go in like 40 minutes within our first episode, so I'm sure we could get through this pretty easily. If it's foreshadowing, then I hope...
Connor, flash the runtime on
Yeah.
screen now.
yeah, I was gonna say, in like a little wistful piano music in the background.
With a fat, flash it right, like with a fat Vine thud. Boom.
Doom,
right?
yeah.
Like, just 3 hours.
Yeah.
Only
I
if
hope
it's
it
really
doesn't-
long, I'll put it in.
Yeah.
If it goes
if
a
it
normal
isn't, then we're
length,
just
I'm not
making
gonna
it.
bother.
Yeah. If it's a normal length, just make it like, don't put a sound effect, just put like a little like a splat sound effect, like something really disappointing. Anyways, yeah. So we're going through the basics first. So I'm not necessarily what's a heart and why isn't it a heart, but it's about hearts, Kingdom Hearts. It's pretty clearly, if you think it's about kingdoms and or hearts, you're half right. Just that's it.
Are there
There's not
hearts?
really
Are there
there's not really much
kingdoms?
kingdom stuff really from my experience. Within that stuff, we'll talk about Disney worlds, not for very long because I don't really care much about them. The concept of light and dark, the concept of hearts, concept of Kingdom Hearts, the concept of somebodies and their nobodies and maybe some heartless. Nortation, which is I registered as my new word, norting, or nort. Verb, the action of being forcibly connected to Xehanort. And we'll figure out who that, we'll see who that is in a bit. Enemies and all that little subcategory, they're pretty straightforward and clear. I won't really spend too much time on them, but we'll talk about the games, how they're released in chronological order and release order, and then my order, because my order is very wrong. The characters, which is my favorite part about every one of my presentations about something like this, because I love talking about characters. That's my life. The mains and the baddies, the NPCs and the unimportants, which don't have very much on their slides. And by that I mean it's just a bunch of people on one slide, so they each get like a little blurb, which does take up a page, but it's, we're not gonna read all the words out and stuff like that. I have notes. I have my... It's only 6 pages of notes. And this is very small pages. This is not very big. So like maybe on like an actual sheet of paper, maybe like double-sided, maybe. Look at trios, because there's a good handful of trios. There's more than 2 trios, which is wild. And then the million, or 14, or actually just 4 versions of Xehanort. And lastly, the old man that won't give up. We will not. I'm not going to elaborate on that. We are just going to go straight for it. But yeah, on the left, by the way, for any Final Fantasy fans, if anybody's watching, that is Moogle. Yes, Moogle is in Kingdom Hearts. Moogle is actually a Final Fantasy character. I believe it's the same kind of character as it is in Kingdom Hearts, where it's just like a shop character, or like just like another little NPC that's just in every game. It's kind of like the Goomba or the Koopa or whatever of Mario. Like they're just kind of there. Like no matter what universe or world or whatever, there's just them. They're there. There's probably a bunch of them. I don't know if there's a bunch of
my
Moogles,
childhood
but
smashing
yeah.
Koopas.
Smash. Yeah, I spent my... I can't even do it. I forgot about it, honestly. Good interview.
Thanks,
yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Did you say Kirk Pratt?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Thanks, Chris Pratt. Thanks, Kirk.
Thank Kirk Pine.
Thank you, Kirk Pine. On the bottom left there, that's Chirithy. That's not really a Moogle equivalent. I just like Chirithy. It's a character in number 3, and that's the only Kingdom Hearts game that you've played, and that is the first time you've seen Chirithy. If that is not the first Kingdom Hearts game you've played, that isn't on the systems, on like gaming systems, then you probably know who that is. That percentage is almost as low as the percentage of like people who stub their toe every day. No, that's a high percentage. Wait. No, the percentage... fuck it. We're just going to the next slide.
Roll with it. Yeah,
go with it.
We're good. Don't worry about
Very
it.
wrong. Very bad percentage comparison, but that's fine. Okay. Click once for me. The basics. Click again. Yay. You may go to the next slide.
Woo!
5 hours of my time today, guys. More than that, actually. Probably close to 7. But anyways, yeah. Disney Worlds. We're going to get through this pretty quickly because I don't really care much about the Disney Worlds. Essentially, Kingdom Hearts.
That's the good part about the games.
I could not give a shit about it. Yeah,
my
Go
Kingdom
ahead.
Hearts hot take, and I've never played any of these games, but making them This should have just been an RPG about Disney characters. Adding
That's
all the
what
Final
Disney
Fantasy
Infinite
anime.
is.
No, that game sucks ass and is a Toys to Life scam.
That's what they got. It's
that game
probably
fucking
better than Kingdom
sucks.
Hearts.
But making like an RPG with Disney characters is such a good idea, and they fuck it up with all the anime shit. And the Final Fantasy stuff. Now I know you like that stuff, right? And that's fine, but you're wrong for that. And the Disney stuff is the cool part.
See, the thing about, I mean, I don't think they designed the game, but Disney owns, like, the entire title of Kingdom Hearts. So if you're thinking that why Sora got into Smash was a long time coming, it's because of Disney. Square Enix was like, yeah, take it, I don't care. And then for Sora, it was like,
And he sucks in Smash.
take our time. Yeah, well, he's hard to play, honestly.
I don't like him.
Yeah, I've played him once when I was at Connor's place. We played a lot of Smash one day. After we played the Beowulf game, I think, actually.
I think that was I think we did that.
Yeah, I think it was, which was, oh, man, what a day. The Kingdom Hearts, so Connor's right. I mean, the majority of Kingdom Hearts is the Disney worlds. Like, you're spending almost your entire time there. It's literally just the beginning and then the ending of the games where it's just Kingdom Hearts specific stuff. So just, like, original game stuff. You start off in a world that is made by Square Enix, not necessarily connected to Final Fantasy. Some of it is, some of it isn't. Like, there's a few characters that are in Final Fantasy that are in some of the beginnings, or even just some of the worlds in general that are in this game, or in these games. Like, in specific for these games, so they're not really in Final Fantasy. Not that I know of. I haven't played lots of Final Fantasy, so can't really speak for Final Fantasy as a series or anything at all. So I'm not really going to talk too much about it. I mostly know more about Disney because I'm a North American child that grew up with it because that's our culture. So for the worlds, we're just gonna kind of just take a little like peek through it and stuff. So we go to Disney Castle / Town, which is where Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse rule. So it's King Mickey and Queen Minnie. Goofy is a knight. Donald is a mage. I don't know what Daphne is. I don't know what she does. Or
Who's Daphne?
Wait, what's her name?
Daisy?
Who's Daisy? Is that
Daisy Duck is the wife.
That's Donald's wife?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. As I said,
Who's
I grew up with this. I don't know. I just thought
Scooby-Doo?
I guess. I don't know. That's just who I thought, I guess. My bad. We're off to a great start. So this is where like you kind of find Mickey in some places here and there. You'll see him running around. You don't really explore Disney Castle too much, far as I remember. You go to Disney Town a little bit when you're playing one of the prequel games, and you get to interact with Disney characters. You also go to Timeless River.
Menace.
Sorry?
Never mind.
You go visit the Steamboat Willie world, so it's all black and white and old-fashioned 2D cartoon style. I don't think it's 2D, I think it's still 3D, but that's Timeless River. Then you go to the Dwarf Woodlands with Snow in the Snow White movies, Monstro in the Pinocchio movie, Mysterious Tower, and Fantasia. So Yen Sid is a character as well in this game, and he's actually a major character in this game. We'll go through major Disney characters within these games because there's a good handful. Like if you think, oh, there's only Disney worlds and that's it. No, like King Mickey is like a major character. Yen Sid's a major character. Donald and Goofy are with you for like the majority of the main Kingdom Hearts games. Pete's a bad guy. Maleficent's a bad guy. They're like bad guys to the core deep of like these shit. It's like, oh, these people are bad eggs, or they're, oh wow, they have a lot of importance. And then in the end, it's like anime showdown, and that's pretty much it. You got Castle of Dreams from Cinderella, Wonderland and Alice in Wonderland, Neverland from Peter Pan, The Enchanted Domain in Sleeping Beauty, 100 Acre Wood from Winnie the Pooh, Space Paranoids from Tron, Atlantica from The Little Mermaid, Beasts. Yeah, Tron
it's
is
a Disney property, dude.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, I didn't know they put Tron.
It's all here, baby.
Huh.
There are, I think,
Where's Song of the South?
What is that?
Never mind.
Just.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, Ray.
What are you talking about?
In this world, Sora does blackface.
What? No!
Where's the short where Donald Duck
a Steamboat
hangs out
Willie
with
short.
Hitler?
Yeah, where's that one?
They had to delete it.
Yeah, of course I had to delete it.
Yeah, sorry.
I want to fight Hitler as Sora.
That I wouldn't put it past them to actually put that in the game if they ever did. Not that they would. It's all fictional stuff. And we all know Hitler was not fictional.
He was fictional.
Oh, well.
Never happened.
Oh.
This is a joke.
I know. I just don't know how to react to it.
Look, Disney's a terrible corporation.
I do not believe
we can leave it at
Holocaust
that.
denial.
No, it totally is. Yeah. It totally
That's
is.
quite a statement. We should
Yeah,
put
hot
that
take,
one in
I
the quotes
know.
as well.
Anyways, yeah, so Tron is in this game, as well as Pirates of the Caribbean. So there's only 2 live action titles in this game, and yeah, they have weird live action mocap, not really mocap, but like, you know, live action 3D modeled characters and worlds and stuff. So they look like humans, whereas there's characters like Sora, who's got size 34 shoes, big ass pants.
I think
and
you'll
a
find his
cartoony
name
face.
is Kingdom Hearts.
My apologies. Mr. Kingdom Hearts with his size 34 shoes and his giant ass pants makes him look like a wiener. Like, it's a weird comparison, but it's there. We'll see a picture of the Pirates of the Caribbean one from the 3rd game, which is a lot more hyper-realistic than the 2nd game, which makes it look very weird, very different. For a lot of these titles, too, I'd say, like, I don't know personally, I can't remember, like, what the percentage is, but I want to say it's, like, at least 50% of the voice actors in these titles are the same in the games. So they got, like, some people from the movies to, like, actually voice the characters.
Even Johnny Depp.
Not Johnny Depp, actually. He's one that did not, which I don't blame him. They got, like, the sibling of the guy that voices Woody from Toy Story to play Woody instead.
Or
Tim Allen is not.
Chad Hanks.
Is it Chad Hanks?
I don't know.
Is that his name? I don't know either.
No
It might
idea.
either be, I can't remember if it's Woody or Buzz. Like, I don't know if it's Tim Allen or Tom Hanks, but one of them's sibling voiced their character for them. And they did a great job, honestly. It sounds pretty much like the character.
Tim Allen is Buzz.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you just said you didn't know.
I don't know who has a sibling that voiced that character.
Oh,
I can't remember if it was Buzz or Woody.
It's Woody.
Okay, that makes sense.
He voices him in all
Oh.
the toys. Toys and video game stuff. It's always him.
Oh, okay, then it's
That's
definitely
the only
him
reason
in
why I
Kingdom
know
Hearts.
The
Okay.
boy.
His name is Chad.
Yep, Chad Hanks.
Yeah, Chad Hanks. Beast Castle is also in it. Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Halloween Town from Nightmare Before Christmas, Pride Lands, The Lion King, Olympus, Colosseum, and Hercules. The Land of Dragons from Mulan, Deep Jungle and Tarzan, Deep Space, Lilo and Stitch, Port Royal from Pirates of the Caribbean. You also go not just in the port, but that's just what the world is called. San Francisco and Big Hero 6, Monstropolis, Monsters Inc., Irondale, Frozen, Kingdom of Corona, Entangled, and then the Toy Box from Toy Story. All in the 3rd game. You kind of tell where, like, the third game came out in 2019, by the way. I think it was 2019. I didn't even put the years of the games, actually, now that I think about it, but it doesn't matter. They're all so far apart, you can kind of tell which one was made when. You can tell kind of where the 3rd game was released compared to the 2nd and everything before that. The 2nd game, I believe, was published 2009. And then the next main series game was, like, over 10 years later. Again, dates might be wrong. I could be incorrect. My apologies for that. But, you, like, from San Francisco down, like, that's all new in Kingdom Hearts 3. You also have Remy from Ratatouille helping you cook stuff as well, which is kind of fun. Let him cook. What can I say? So it was just
Let
like
that rat cook.
such a wild little inclusion. I was like, we were all expecting, like, definitely Frozen was going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. We're like, no fucking way, we won't be. Even though it was, like, more than 5 years before the game released. That's a big fucking title. I was happy for Kingdom of Corona. I love Tangled. It's one of my favorites. Toy Box and Monsters Inc., like, Toy Story and Monsters Inc., I was kind of surprised just because, like, it is older, so I wasn't like, oh, I guess if it's not there from the original stuff that we have above, then we wouldn't get it now. But I guess they are 3D titles, and there aren't very many 3D titles from, like, the original Kingdom Hearts games that are in, like, the games. Like, most of them are 2D. Like, I think the exception being Tron, Pirates of the Caribbean, because they are live action, and then Nightmare Before Christmas, which I believe is stop motion.
It is.
The most of these, if not all of them, because I'm just trying to take a scan through if I'm wrong, is pretty much 2-dimensional. So, of course, they're going to add 3D titles. It's going to be, probably in the newer games, because they maybe didn't have didn't feel like doing it or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, the these are all the worlds that you can explore. I don't think I'm missing any. I had like an unupdated list that I got most of them from, and then I had to just kind of do individual research for the games I could remember that have more to it. So that's what I got there. If you want to click once for me, Connor. The way that they interact with Disney worlds, Sora, the main character, he is fully able to, he just goes and talks to people and hangs out with them, and even for some worlds, they'll actually blend in with the people from these worlds, because these worlds don't realize, like, these Disney worlds are separate from everything else. They're not supposed to know that there's other worlds beside them. It's basically just like a, I don't know, alternate universe shit, so they're not really supposed to know that, oh, there's more than one princess in a whole different world or whatever. I don't care about Disney, like, timeline whatever shit. Like, I don't care that Wish connected all the movies together or didn't connect the movies together or something like that and they're all in the same universe. I don't know anything about it. But if that's the case, that means Kingdom Hearts is also in the Disney universe, so that's where you got it. Big brain stuff. So in order to, like, not stick out, which, I mean, they already stick out pretty big, they kind of dress up in or fit the style of the world that they're going into. So these are just two examples. I think for most of it, they are blended in as, like, either the same species or the same kind of attire as a lot of the worlds. The top one is from Kingdom Hearts 3, which Pirates of the Caribbean was introduced in my phone. Alarm's going off.
Beep, beep.
Sorry. Okay, I'm good. The top one there, it's from Kingdom Hearts 3. It was in Pirates of the Caribbean world was in Kingdom Hearts 2, and Sora and the gang didn't dress up as pirates, where in the new one they did. Don't know why they changed that, but I mean, it's a newer game. They probably have a bigger budget, and they have better animation, and, like, the models are much more well, like, fleshed out, developed and stuff, so maybe they just had the room to do it, because honestly, I like it. I think it's cool. The one at the bottom is Halloween Town, and another fun example with Halloween Town is that Sora and the gang dress up as, like, monsters while they're in Halloween Town, and then when the Santa part comes in, they also dress up as, like, Santa disciples. I don't have a picture of that, but it's really cute. I recommend just looking through the different outfits that Sora gets to wear during the games.
Or the Nightmare Before the Christmas.
The word Santa disciple is,
I don't know,
a lot to break down.
Wait, what is it? Or
there's a lot to process about those two words.
Santa disciple? I guess. I don't really know what to say. I've only seen The Nightmare Before Christmas once, and I haven't played all through of Kingdom Hearts 2, so I don't know exactly what that means. All I know is that he's helping get Christmas back, and Sora's like, we gotta help everybody. We gotta make sure everyone's happy, and there's no bad stuff happening, and Christmas happens. And I'm like, does Christmas happen with you? What kind of world do you live in? I don't know.
Nightmare Before Christmas is overrated as fuck.
Ooh.
It's just an okay
that's a bold
movie.
opinion. I think it's fine. I mean, I don't really remember very well, but Coraline is my favorite in terms of
Coraline
it's not a Tim, or no, I think it is a Tim Burton movie.
No.
I don't think he was the director on it though. I think he was just an animator.
I don't think he did Coraline.
No, yeah.
He didn't really do
motion.
anything on Nightmare Before Christmas. He more so just put his name
His
to
name's
it.
just on it. Yeah. I think he's like a producer or something.
I don't know.
It's Henry something, I think, is the director. I might be wrong, but something like that. So yeah, there's like things like the Pride Lands. Sora and the gang dress up. Sorry, they become animals. So Sora is like a little lion, and he has to hold a keyblade in his mouth, which is really funny. There's the what's it called? Atlantica? Yes, Atlantica. Sora becomes a mermaid. Goofy becomes a turtle, and then Donald becomes an octopus.
I've seen that image.
Yeah, and then you get to sing with Ariel. Good stuff. Yeah, you get to do some fun, funky stuff in these worlds. So it's not just getting rid of Heartless and running into Disney characters. You know, you get to I think you get to go with Rapunzel, and she gets to swing with you get to swing with her through her hair, through the woods and stuff. I think you get to ride Big Hero 6, the Baymax character. You go really fast.
Baymax.
You get to ride Baymax. I mean, that's everyone's dream, you know? It's great. 100 Acre Wood, I think it's more of a mini game area, but I've only played it in the Kingdom Hearts 3 game. But yeah, all that's good stuff. As for some other characters, kind of want to click ones for me. Characters like Roxas in his own game, he has to stay discreet, and he's not supposed to run into characters because he has a job. You get to play Job Simulator in Kingdom Hearts 358/2 days. It's my favorite game. So Roxas has to hide from most people. There's some characters that do see him, but it's kind of against his will. Mr. Danny DeVito recruits him to become a hero in the Olympic Coliseum. The genie from Aladdin also comes in, and he's like, hey, what you doing? And he's like, I am doing my job, and I have to go. And that's pretty much, I think, the most interaction. Oh, Tinkerbell helps you out in Neverland as well. But most of the time, Roxas has to stay discreet because it's discreet operation, I think is what one of the characters says or whatever. And then for something kind of in the middle, I guess, kind of want to click once for me. There's characters like Ventus and Aqua who are in these worlds because they got their own shit to do. They don't have the same goal or same kind of like job or mission as Sora and Roxas do. This is like way beforehand. Ventus gets small. He's the only one. They all three of the main characters from this game go into Castle of Dreams, the area of the world that is in Cinderella, and they have to go do stuff. And it's only Ventus, the one that's in the cage there, that gets really small. Everyone's just normal sized. It's weird. Like Aqua becomes a lesbian for a little while because we all dream and wish for it to happen. Terra does something dumb, gets influenced, probably takes someone's heart or whatever. And then Ventus gets to help make a dress for Cinderella with the little mice that helps her out. It's really cute. So they're kind of in the middle of like, they're just there because they have shit to do. But they don't have to disguise themselves. They're pretty much Keyblade either wielders or masters, so they just do work. Whereas Sora is there to save the world, and Roxas is doing it because he has to pay the bills. So yeah, you can go to the next slide, Connor. That's it for Disney World. So now we're going to move on to light and darkness. Now, we're going to talk a lot about light, and we're going to talk a lot about darkness. You can click one more time for me, actually, if you don't mind. So, nice. When I say it, yeah, if anyone, dear listener or anybody, I don't think either of you guys have heard it before, but Barry Kramer, he did a good enough explanation of Kingdom Hearts, and he also describes it in the way of, like, these are both physical and, like, metaphorical concepts of good and bad. The light is, literally light, but it also means good, and the darkness, bad. It's pretty straightforward.
What about the darkness in my soul?
That's true. That's what it is. Darkness.
That's the plot. That is the plot.
Exactly what
I don't
Kingdom
know
Hearts
how much you know. That's actually just what Kingdom Hearts is.
That's pretty much the plot, yeah. You can click twice for me if you don't mind. They're physical concepts that, you can either control or you can let control you. So, light, it's like, oh, it's a good thing. We're going to be saved and it's power and we're awesome and whatever. And then darkness is like, ooh, you did a bad thing and now you're evil. Can't do much about it. Pretty straightforward for that. You go next slide. For the plot of Kingdom Hearts, it gets a little bit more complicated once we start talking about the technicalities. If you want to click twice for me, we've got this thing called the Keyblade. Key as in the Greek letter key, C-H-I. It's kind of like a little X. Some people call it the X-Blade. That is a thing that helps you unlock Kingdom Hearts, and we will get to what Kingdom Hearts is in a second. I probably should have switched around the order, but it's too late now. The Keyblade War. This was a war that was conducted because people wanted Kingdom Hearts, I think. It's from the mobile games. I'm not super familiar with them, but I have had kind of a run through of it once before, so I'm not gonna really say too much about it just because I don't know everything about it. But some of the characters from the slide before, and we will also see in a bit, they were involved with the making of this thing called the Keyblade, which is meant to unlock Kingdom Hearts. When it was attempted to be formed a long ass time ago, I think this might have been either 10 years ago or 10,000 years ago. Let's just say maybe fucking, I don't know, 10 years ago. That Keyblade there, it was almost made, and then almost completely made, and then I think completely made, and then it broke apart because the person that was the vessel for it, or the person that was supposed to wield it, was like, I need to have my own awareness and my own control, so I'm going to die for a while. And so they went to a forever sleep, and by forever I mean 10 years, and the Keyblade exploded into 7 pieces of light and 13 pieces of darkness, which is what those circles are right there, because I wanted a visual representation of what that looks like.
The chips were for.
Yeah. If you want to go back to pictures, you can see them fully. 13 dark, 7 light. Click 3 times for me. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. In the first game, this is where the Disney princesses actually have more agency in the plot. And by agency, I mean they are in the plot. They don't do anything, but they're there. So this is what the Disney worlds are used for. They're there. So in order to put this Keyblade back together, you need to have 7 pieces of pure light and 13 pieces of pure darkness. The 7 pieces of light that one of the main baddies tries to get are 7 princesses of light, or 7 princesses of heart, is what they also are called. We got Belle, Snow White, fucking Alice, Jasmine, Aurora, and Cinderella. And then we also got that girl in the middle. Her name is Kyrie. She is also considered a main character. She, basically what a princess of heart is, or someone of pure heart, pure light or whatever, they just have no darkness in their heart. Every person is meant to have a bit of light or a bit of darkness. Doesn't matter what the percentage is, they just have both. There are very few people with just light in their hearts, and that's what these princesses are. If you want to click once for me. The main baddie was like, well, I gotta get myself a crew of 13 baddies, so we did. 13 people. There's actually 14 people in this picture, but we will get to that because it is a dumb reason. These are people who are basically missing their heart, and it's just an embodiment of their darkness. So these are just people of pure darkness. So once they have all 13 members of pure darkness and then 7 princesses of light, then they can make that keyblade and then become the big baddie, unlock Kingdom Hearts, become a god, do some fun stuff. Who knows what that is?
Oh yeah.
Why is that one just a guitar?
It's a sitar actually, and he's just a jammy guy.
Yeah, he jams, bro.
Yeah, he jams. I don't know. The members have their own weapons, and that's what he has, I guess.
What about the cards?
Yeah. The weapons, I think, are based off of, like, kind of like the personality or what they used when they were somebodies. What's a somebody? We'll figure that out in about 6 slides from now. If you want to click once for me, we can move on. What's a heart? It's kind of like one, you know, it's there. It's in your body, I guess.
It's an organ in your chest that pumps blood throughout your body.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Did you get that definition from Google?
Oh, well, dang, that would have been funny. In this game, a heart, instead of just an actual organ in your body, is one's willpower or emotion, or kind of like their emotional soul, or just a soul, essentially. It's kind of just like their being. The hearts of people, I think, just kind of go up to that little Kingdom Hearts thing up there. Again, this game, it's called Kingdom Hearts. It's all about Kingdom Hearts. We barely know what Kingdom Hearts is. It's just kind of like, it's a moon. It's like a little bright moon with hearts and whatever. It's shaped like a heart. It's there. I had to search for like an hour today trying to figure out what the like definition of it is. There's no definition of it. I've just either how people have like figured it out, kind of interpreted it, or what the wiki says. None of it connects. It's all different. If you want to click once for me. So when someone like releases their heart, it's basically just like their soul being shed out of their body, and their body is now no longer connected to it, therefore no longer a person. Sometimes the body just disintegrates. Sometimes I guess it's just, I don't think it's like real person logic where they just die and there's just a corpse on the ground. Your heart turns into something called a heartless. Would you? I think you'd be fine.
Right?
Yeah, you'd be fine.
What's that?
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
You're fine. This year, our main character stabbing themselves so that they could release their heart because they had too many hearts in their body. They had 3 at that time. I believe there was exactly 3 hearts in his body when he stabbed himself in this scene. This is game number 1. This is the first Kingdom Hearts game. If you want to click one more time for me. So, this is what we were thinking, right? Click again. It's not. It's a soul. It's like an
heart?
emotional heart.
I feel baited.
So, that's
But
not
my
the heart.
biology
That's not the heart we're
textbook.
talking about.
What the fuck?
That's a lung, you idiot.
Fuck, I was lied to. Alright. Well, that's, if you don't understand what the concept of a heart is, do you guys understand? Is this kind of clear?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck, whatever,
it's
man.
pretty straightforward,
Yeah,
to
clear
tell
as
you.
mud, baby.
I
Let's
think
go.
this is gonna be exactly how it is for the rest of the PowerPoint. You can go to the next slide. So, what is Kingdom Hearts? Ugh. The first,
Hey, that's
literally,
the name of the game.
that's the name of the game. When I looked it up, there was another suggested search of what the heck is Kingdom Hearts, and it just reminded me, like, what the heck is going on? What the heck is Kingdom Hearts? I don't know. I can't explain it. It's that keyblade I showed you earlier. It can unlock it, which Big Daddy Xehanort tried to do. Again, we'll get to who Xehanort is in a bit. Just, it's like calling him Big Daddy.
For Bioshock.
I haven't played Bioshock yet.
It's good.
I have it.
It's good. Good game.
I believe it.
It's
yeah.
not related.
It looks good.
It's very similar to
It could
Kingdom
be.
Hearts.
Honestly, it could be related. Who knows?
In tone and style, they're very similar.
Really? Tone, really?
Yep, they're exactly the same.
Isn't-
Go in.
Isn't Bioshock more like gritty?
Go in
and
expecting
kind
it
of...
to be exactly like Kingdom Hearts.
It's not. I know it's not. I know that much about it. So what I've gathered from the searches that I have been trying to find for all day today, is Kingdom Hearts is creation of souls / hearts. It's also the ultimate light, or balance of light and darkness, the beginning of the universe, the heart of all worlds, the end of all worlds, the glue that brings the worlds together, ultimate power, a world reset button, godhood, death, a world, darkness. I don't know. It could be all these things, it could be none of these things. I could be super wrong, I could be super right. It could be just, like, what's that word you got? Something machina? What's the thing that, like, shows up?
Deus Ex Machina, God from Machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
It's
this
just
case,
like a
Mickey
thing that...
Mouse from Game Code.
Exactly. It could be, there's also, like, a word of, like, something that just, like, a retcon. It's kind of like a retcon as well. You want to be able to... want to explain something in this game that doesn't make any sense, Kingdom Hearts. That's it. This is what it is. How can we travel through different Disney worlds even though we travel through weird space and these worlds are just giant pictures of the movies Kingdom Hearts? That's it. That's all I gotta remember. Why people wield giant keys and have little keychains on them? Kingdom Hearts. That's why.
Don't worry about it.
Why is this? Why is the moon blue? Kingdom Hearts. That's it. I think that's all I have for this one. Maybe click once. I think I have more. I do. Nice. Okay. So, Kingdom Hearts is something that one of the main baddies are trying to get. It's pretty clear since the title and all that. And they heard a lot of people trying to get it. You want to click 2 more times for me? We got some people that got Norded. We'll explain what Norded is in just a minute as well. Guy Nordaboy. You Nordaboy. Yeah, if you've ever seen the Brian David Gilbert Unraveled video on it, yeah, you Nordaboy. This is an example of some Nording. He manipulates a bunch of people who are meant to be his disciples to basically do his bidding because he's an old ass fucking fart of a man, and not really kills anybody, he just does worse stuff. Just, makes them go into the forever sleep, possesses them, traps them in a realm of darkness. It's just not great. We have on this one here, it says defeat Xehanort and take your body back. Boy, what does that sentence mean? We don't know. We do know. If you play the game, you'll know, but will also be explained later. Click 1 more time for me. That Keyblade War that I mentioned, this is all for that Kingdom Hearts thing. It's just to get that power. It's to, kind of balance light and dark. I think in this original war, it was a bunch of Keyblade wielders who were told they had to fight each other for Kingdom Hearts. Whether it was for, like, to preserve the light, to stop the darkness, to make it balance. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. In that time, the time of the Age of Fairy Tales is what it's called, which we'll get to that as well. Don't really worry about it, though. They're like, light is preserved and it's keeping us well and happy and the worlds are connected and we don't have to worry about anything. Then this war happened and that was kind of the beginning of the end of it, or the end of this perfect world, this peace that the light gives.
That looks like Pop Tropica.
Kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I never played Pop Tropica.
It's not really islands, but it's
It was
similar.
okay.
I've also am the only person in this I was gonna say voice chat, I guess recording too, who hasn't seen all of the Brian David Gilbert episodes things.
I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen most of them.
I've seen all of them multiple times.
I've seen the ones you showed me in Golden, British Columbia.
Honestly, Unraveled.
Wait, were we watching them in Golden?
That's where we were when we watched them
in the
the night
hotel
before
room.
we went up the mountain.
Which...
Yeah.
I just remember we watched Spy Kids.
Yeah, we watched that too, and then none of us wanted to keep watching
Yeah.
Spy Kids.
That's
Well, because
fair,
Spy
I guess.
Kids was done, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It was close to done.
It's
They were
one
at
of
the
those
Poop Castle.
series I'll just put on when I'm like studying or something because I've
Yeah.
seen them so many times that I don't really need to watch them. But I need background noise. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I'm left alone
it's-
with my thoughts for too long.
And that's too bad. That's too
Wouldn't
much
want
at
that
once.
shit.
Mhm.
Also,
It's a lot.
clearly, I love that with Kingdom Hearts. Somebody thought of the name Kingdom Hearts,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, well, I've done my part. Clocking out for the day.
That's kind of how I imagine it. Is like they're like, this is the game we're thinking. Kingdom Hearts.
The
What's it
name
about?
came first.
I don't know. I gave you the name. Go figure it out.
Yeah, think
And
about
that's
the
what they
lore
did, yeah.
later.
Literally, this is like J.K. Rowling level of like fitting in lore where it fits. But they don't do it on Twitter. They just do it in mobile games instead. Yeah. You want to click 1 more time for me? where that war was fought was called the Keyblade Graveyard. A lot of people died. A lot of people. Probably between the ages of 10 and maybe 30. Who knows?
Probably shouldn't have called it that then.
People died, and it's just
a graveyard.
This image, yeah, it's just a graveyard.
Just a graveyard, yeah.
I like to think that in universe there's like a Hollywood sign that says Keyblade Graveyard,
Keyblade Graveyard
just over top of it.
They
should have that at every historical place on Real World.
The graveyard
come visit beautiful Normandy
in Comic
Beach.
Sans. Yeah. Yeah. There should be. But this was, yeah. There's a lot of shit happened there. Let me move on to the next slide. So, moving back to the nobody thing. What the fuck is a nobody? And what's a somebody? So somebody, when you have a heart, let's say somebody was what we are. We are considered to be somebodies. We're people with hearts and souls and whatever, and we're fully intact, and there's not another version of us walking around somewhere doing some weird shit.
I have a YouTube channel.
Nobody.
This does not apply to me.
There was this poem Homer wrote about a nobody. Sorry, that was a deep cut.
No, I understood the cut.
The Simpsons?
No.
Well, nobody.
I also understood the reference. I've read Percy Jackson.
I've read Percy Jackson. Yeah, exactly.
I've read the Odyssey.
I have also read the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Well, most of it.
I can't say I've read the whole Odyssey.
I read the end of the Odyssey.
I haven't read the whole thing. I've read a good chunk.
Yeah, I've played. I've played Hades too. Yeah.
Is nobody in? Is it the concept of nobody in the Cyclops like in the Hades?
How about you play the game? I would never spoil that.
I don't wanna. I don't like dungeon crawlers. I'll just watch you play it.
It's a roguelike. And yes, Polymophus is in the game.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So click once for me. When you take a somebody and you remove their heart, which again, their soul, you become a nobody. You can click one more time. So that's the symbol for nobody. It's pretty cool. It looks like a heart that's just been, Swiss cheesed or something like that. It's interesting. It's an interesting
symbol. Why does it have
symbol.
balls?
Because a bad guy made it and he wanted to have his, I don't know, fucking ask Mr. Square Enix, I guess. Go to the next slide.
John Square Enix.
Go to John Square Enix. I think it's Nomura. Nomura is the guy that also was a
Nomura Square Enix.
Yeah, Nomura Square Enix. So, on the left here, basically, your body doesn't just, basically zombie around, which sometimes it can. It'll just turn to, this weird husk. It turns into, most of the one on the very left there is a dusk. Basically just a husk of a nobody. There's no will. There's not, enough of a strong individual will. So if you're boring, you're gonna become a dusk. If you're pretty uncool, very average Joe, not very risk-takey or whatever, or your personality is just shit, you're just gonna become a dusk. There's nothing important about you, therefore there's nothing cool to save. You're just gonna become a little, minion. I think the organization, basically who directs the nobodies, the nobodies, the dusks there, can kind of, pick and choose, or at least sort of make or mold what they'll look like, but either or, you're not going to really live much longer past that. There's nothing really left of you. You're just either a nobody that just wanders around aimlessly and fights people, or you're just, I don't know, dead. Depends on who you are, I guess. Nobodies with a strong will just become a physical version of themselves with no heart. It's just them somewhere else, appearing and just having no heart, which means you just have no emotions. You go based off your memories. And then you just kind of go from there. You're like, okay, I remember I was like this, so if somebody were to, insult me, I would laugh at them because that's what my somebody would do. That's what I would do if I had a heart or if I had a soul or something. So kind of not a psychopath, but I think it's a sociopath, right? Where there's, no emotion or very lack of emotion. Yeah. It's basically a sociopath with a 9-to-5 job is what a nobody with a stronger will is. Which is, I guess, a lot of the population, honestly. There's a pretty good percentage of that, actually. So, yeah. You can move on to the next slide.
Yeah, it looks like me when I'm going to bed. So
sleepy.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Sleepy.
Confident? Comfy.
Comfy.
Honestly, those jackets, I've worn one since I was a kid, and every time I see a cosplayer wearing one, I'm like, that doesn't look comfortable. It's not the right clothes, man. You gotta make it look comfy.
Big fucking trench coat with a hood.
It's a big ol' Snuggie.
Yeah.
Or the Snuggie, yeah. That.
You know what? In every game before the third one...
Putting fucking infomercial episode on the list.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
Oh my god.
Have you ever been comfy?
No.
put like the parody ones in there too, like the Djibouti Dubs ones.
Oh yeah. It's your girl and Kathy.
Yeah.
So no, I remember.
Yeah, that's I remember the Rub Our Fingers. God, which one was that one? I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Big fat weenies and zucchinis all in this copper pan. That's all.
Oh, I forgot about
It's
the
been a long
pan.
time since I've seen those.
The dump one. Remember the dump one? She's like, you put everything in one bowl and you put it in, you dump it right on the plate there. Something like that. It's so funny. Love you, Djibouti Dubs. Okay, so we're just gonna take these two people examples of somebodies and their nobodies. So we have two somebodies here. We have two full people with two full bodies and two full souls. We got Kyrie on the right here. We got Evan on the left here. If you want to click once for me.
Hi, Evan.
Hi, Evan. This is Vexen. This is his evil, his evil
Hi,
self.
Vexen.
Hi, Vexen.
So, Vexen. I am Vexen. I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
So we see here we got Evan to Vexen. Vexen is an anagram plus X of Evan. So we have Evan scrambled around, include an X. We got Vexen. There you go. On the right here we got Kyrie. And you want to click once for me? We got Nominee. Two very looking different people. Two very different named people. Without being told, you probably wouldn't figure out that this is her nobody. Kyrie is a very specific case of a somebody. Because she has no darkness in her heart, she won't make a nobody. A nobody comes from the darkness of somebody's heart. And that's why Evan, who's just an average Joe, has Vexen. Just Evan without a heart and just a little more evil because that's all he's made of is darkness. And the husk of his former self. I'm going to go to next slide. We're going to just do some basic info dumping here. You don't have to take in this information. You don't even have to remember this. You don't have to pay attention. Go check your Twitter. Go check your cat. Go have a snack. I'm going to just yap about it for like 10 seconds here.
No, I'm here for you, dude. Don't worry.
I love you too very much. All right, I love you guys. Thank you. Click once for me, buddy. All right, so.
That is small text. that's a sign.
So, I like how I gave you one. You're like, I got it. Oh, that's less than what I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, okay, I got 4. Yeah. Okay, so all somebodies, aka people like us, I guess, if we were in the Kingdom Hearts worlds, consist of light and darkness. Like how I increased the color of text and then bolded the darkness words to kind of make it a little extra flair, kind of made it a little more colorful, a little more engaging. I took Presentation 101 in university. When you die, the darkness forms a heartless and a nobody. When someone does not contain any darkness in their hearts, i.e. Kyrie, the person on the very last slide there, and Princesses of Heart, aka Cinderella, Alice, Jasmine, so on, there is no heartless and no nobody, as there is no darkness that can corrupt them. So when you die, essentially it's like your light getting sapped out of your body, and then the darkness kind of just splits. You can click again. Nominate the nobody from the previous page, the blonde girl with the white dress. She's a special case, as she is made from the heart of Kyrie and then the body of Sora. Sora held onto Kyrie's heart in the events of KH1. In the beginning of the game, Kyrie was kidnapped and then her heart was separated from her body, to which her heart essentially went into Sora's body to kind of basically like a dormancy. So he was kind of holding on to it for the whole game until at the very end when he realized, he's like, oh shit, I got Kyrie's heart in me. She needs that back because she's basically just a dead body in the corner. Literally, she's just dead, like not just sleeping. They just describe it as a comatose state. We all know what's happening. She did. So that's why he stabbed himself, and that's why it's not a GIF. It's just like a normal photo. But the image of when Sora stabs himself is 2 little balls of light comes out of his body. And one of them just floats away. The other one goes into Kyrie. Kyrie's like, what happened to Sora? And then everyone's like, oh, he's dead. And then he turns into a little heartless. But, you know, we'll talk about his heartless and his nobody. Well, not really his heartless, but his nobody in a bit. So, after that, her heart comes out of Sora's body and then back into hers, waking her from her coma. And since her body, even though, again, she doesn't have, like, any darkness, she just doesn't die like a normal person. She'll just sit there. She doesn't make a nobody. She doesn't make a heartless. And since her heart technically released from a body that does have darkness, a nobody was made. There's no heartless for some fucking reason, probably because there's no darkness and they're like, oh, I don't know. I think it's because her heart just went into somebody else and there's just no heartless that came out of it. Because when your heart's gone, it doesn't go to a body. It just kind of floats away. I think there's a Heartless. That part's a little mucky, little hard to explain, but let's just say she's just all light, so she won't be making any of these little enemies that you can fight on your off time. You can click again for me. So somebody's, like I said, they're like us. We have memories and emotions, and like I said before, nobodies will become husks of their once human self. They still contain memories, but they don't have any emotions, as they no longer have a heart. Their soul, their heart, that kind of stuff. You can click again. Another special case of nobodies with feelings, because nobodies aren't meant to have feelings, is Roxas, Shion, and Namine. Namine is that girl that we just saw. We will see Roxas and Shion in a bit. They don't actually have memories. They don't know where they came from. They don't know who their somebodies are. And it's probably because they don't look anything like their somebodies. Nobody is meant to look like their somebody. They're meant to basically just be them without the heart. That's pretty plain and simple. For this game, it's meant to be pretty plain and simple. But even they can't get that right. So we got these people that have no memories of who they were. And if they do, it's not even them. They don't know where these memories are coming from. But they're just special because they have such a strong will that they've created just from being made from really powerful people, I guess. They have emotions and feelings. So they're just really cool people, technically. Yeah, that's it. That's my rant. You can go to the next slide. We no longer have to touch base on that, but guess what? I'm going to talk about it anyways.
Logging back on.
Logging back. All right, back. What did I miss? All right. So we're going to talk about that thing we mentioned that we referenced as well to BDG, Norded. You got Norded. We're going to talk about the Nobody edition because we'll talk about the Somebody edition in a second. So we got Xehanort here. He's our main baddie. He looks pretty evil, right? Good old Leonard Nimoy, men, the myth, the legend of many men, myth, legends, voicing him.
Voice of Galvatron.
I don't know who that is, but very cool.
Did you want me to explain who Galvatron was?
I guess, sure. You started it.
In Transformers 1986, Megatron gets turned into Galvatron by Unicron. He also voices Sentinel Prime in Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon.
I'm sorry, did you say Sensual Prime?
Yep, Sensual Prime. No, Sentinel.
Things getting spicy with the robots. Okay.
I didn't expect that to start a thing.
Of a massive fucking dildo.
Cool. I like that.
Autobots,
cool.
roll out. Not you, Sensual. You stay behind. I got plans for you for later.
You do. You keep yourself all nice and clean.
These are the boys.
Okay?
Jazz, Prowl, and Fuckotron.
I got nothing funny to say. I'm just laughing at that. That's good.
I'd expect no response. I mean, it wasn't a good joke. That's all I got today. I'm exhausted. What do you want from me?
I know. You're giving me everything.
There's a reason I don't record after I've worked, especially when it's 30 degrees out. My brain is
we
fried.
had to record today. This is what we're doing.
Look, next week at Girls' Night, I'm going to be fried as well.
Yeah.
I was up late trying to edit last night.
That's okay. We can spare a bad recording or two on Kingdom Hearts.
I'm having a good time.
I'm having a good time too. I enjoy our rants. I enjoy our rant sessions.
I didn't expect just that random one-off. Yep, it was a Transformer once, or twice actually to start a thing. It's just a side note, because that's just how my brain works.
Hey, that's how it all works. Works for me.
Anyways, Leonard Nimoy, who's also not known from any other.
Yeah.
Who's not known from any other important sci-fi franchises.
Nope, not at all. Just Transformers and Kingdom Hearts, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, so you want to click once for me? Or twice, actually. So we got Xehanort, and we got these normal somebodies, right? These are just people. Again, we got Evan over there, we got this guy, we got our boy Bragg, we got Isa, we got Elrina, and then we got Larium. These are names of people, probably were made before after their nobodies were made, but we're just gonna ignore that. These are normal people with normal names. You add a little spice to it if you want to click once for me. You add a little bit of some Nort juice. You got some Nort fart dust over here, and then you click, and then you got the nobodies. So as you can see, they're all a little evil. You got a little bit of a couple bad eggs here. We got you got blonde bitch with the little knives. You got gay boy with the literally a scythe that's called a Dahlia something. I think it's something Dahlia. We got Evan with his weird heart-shaped widow's peak. Not weird. Well, he's got the widow's hairline thing. We got Zigbar with his little guns because he's a little pirate. And then we got Zyax, who clearly needs to go to therapy. He is having a hard time. Also, his titties are great. Honestly, I never noticed them. He's got huge boobs. Look at Zyax. Oh, okay, by the way, the guy with the blue hair, the guy with the blue hair. Zyax is the guy with the blue hair. He's the one with the claymore in the back, and he looks like he's having a meltdown. He is one of my favorite characters from Kingdom Hearts. I love him a lot. He's probably the biggest dick in the whole series, but he's one of my favorites. Now that I'm looking at him in this angle, part of it is for the boobs, but he's just fun. So we got Norded. When Xehanort puts a little bit of his own little juice inside some people, because he can get Norded, the image makes you evil. You pick up some traits from Xehanort when you get Norded by him, as a nobody, because you're probably more easily influenced. Your eyes turn yellow, and then you can kind of get the same trait of having, like, the pointed ears, because Xehanort here is so evil. He's got them little pointy ears. He didn't always have that. But now he does, because he's an old man and he can do whatever he wants.
I don't like that guy's expression, but...
Again, my favorite character right there.
If he's going to make me do that face, he can Nord me anytime. I'm not putting that in.
No, why not?
I can't go in.
Please keep it in. What's wrong? Pussy, coward, do it.
Alright, baby.
Please, that'd be so funny. Literally, it's like, who would find Xehanort? I think there's some people that find old man Xehanort attractive.
Look, he's the voice of Galvatron. That's
you kind of have to be attracted to. Dude, his voice in this game is insane. You should definitely... I'll send a clip later.
Coronation, Starscream. This is bad comedy. And he fucking shoots him. Disintegrates him.
And then he fucking shoots him.
Yeah, he murders Starscream in cold blood.
Yeah. That's all. Well, it's his fault for not being Leonard Nimoy, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm sorry. You keep talking about
No,
Kingdom Hearts.
You're good. You're good. I said what I said. I'm pretty much good, I think. So you can go to the next slide. Sorry, that was really loud, but that was really loud, but I fuck it. That's really funny.
All right, we're good.
I hear
Keep your mic laughing at that, dude.
We're good.
I heard it when it stopped. It's funny. Okay.
It's the massive space bar.
Sorry.
Dude, I just stopped my recording. Oopsie. Well, that's fine. Moving on.
Okay, thanks now.
Are you recording now?
I'm recording again. It's only off it was off for the time I said fuck. I stopped my recording. That's it.
That's funny. Okay. We got our boy Sora here. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this little boy.
Again, his name is Kingdom Hearts.
Look at this. We got little boy Kingdom Hearts here.
Little KH.
Little KH. When Sora and Riku go test for the Mark of Mastery and gain the ability of waking, a sentence you guys will never understand, Sora gets scouted by Xehanort and his crew, which he is tracked by his crew, Xehanort's crew, by the little X that is on his shirt there. That's how he was tracked. That's how they find him. That's how they manipulate him, and that's how they almost Nord him. Sora was kidnapped and later almost Norded, but Riku was like, "No, you can't. He's my friend." And then stuff happens. I never played Dreamed Up Distance. I plan to. I would like to. It just looks convoluted as hell. I think I started it for like maybe a few minutes because it's a Kingdom Hearts game, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then I just didn't really get through it. But yeah, Mark of Mastery is how you become a Keyblade Master, because now they're just Keyblade wielders. Basically, just like, what's an example? Like a employee, but become a manager, I guess, is like the most I can compare of what a Keyblade wielder and a Keyblade Master is. I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't know. I was trying to find an example, but we're moving on from that. Fuck you. Sora, doing the best he possibly could. He gets lured. My God! He gets lured into the world that never was and experiences any schoolboy's dream, an excuse not to finish an exam. He basically gets ripped out of his exam. My God, I'm losing my mind. Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I really am fine. I think I just stutter a lot, and like my mouth is a little dry, so I just want to make sure I'm not like stuttering too much and melding my words together.
Ray's been hitting the Kingdom Hearts too hard.
I have. Oh, I have, boy. I have. Okay. Yeah. So Sora, mid-exam, gets pulled out by the Nord boys, and gets himself into a little bit of trouble. Instead of having, that dream of not having to do school or exams and stuff because he got pulled out from school, this is a little more intense because he gets snatched, nearly possessed, and completely fails the exam and loses all of his powers, and basically has a reset, like a factory reset happen to him. So he basically is back to level 1 by the end of this game, which, by the way, this game is just before Kingdom Hearts 3. So you start off as you always start off as level 1 in any game kind of thing. If you go from a prequel to a sequel or whatever, you're not going to have the same skills and stuff because they're two completely different games, right? They just kind of excuse this as, oh, you're back to normal. You're back to where you were before. Now that we can excuse you from being a really powerful guy and having all these really cool weapons and shit to now having nothing and having to start over. That's essentially, that's how they explain it. Riku, on the other hand, that silver-haired boy doing the cute little pose. Because look at those dang losers. They're adorable as heck. It's so funny. He passes, and he's good. Good for him. Good for Riku. He had a lot of shit go down. He was possessed as well, but he already went through that, so he said, I'm better than that. Fuck my friend. And then he helps his friend, and then he, doesn't get possessed because he's just that dang cool. You can go to the next slide. If there's no photos on this one, I don't think so. Sweet. Alright, we're going to touch base on enemies real quickly as well. This one won't be as convoluted. It's pretty straightforward. We got Heartless. We're just going to look at Heartless. I don't think we go on anything else. We already looked at Nobodies.
That's a Pikmin.
That's a Pikmin. We got a little evil emo Pikmin right there. I think that's just called a Heartless. Or no, it's called a Shadow. Yeah, they're just little guys. They're all stinky little guys. They're funny little dudes. There's different kinds of enemies, but when I go to those games, we'll talk about them. This is just the basic, almost every game has these enemies, kind of enemies. So, Heartless, we got Purebloods, which Pureblood Heartless have literally no heart inside of them because the emblem Heartless on the right there, they have hearts inside of them that when you hit them with a Keyblade, you kill them with a Keyblade, they will release a heart and go to Kingdom Hearts. Purebloods are just basically little husks. So when I said when somebody gets...
Stand back, Sora. I'm going to Kingdom Hearts.
Let me ascend,
It's
please.
Kingdom Hearting time.
It's Kingdom Hearting time.
My favorite part was when he got in there and Kingdom Hearted all over the place.
It's Mighty Morphin Ranger time. Yeah, literally. Shoot Kingdom on my hearts until I... Heartless.
Sora.
Alright, we made an effort. That's
Till
good
Isaiah
enough.
Nort. Isaiah my Nort till I Kingdom.
You got it, buddy. You got it. That's exactly what that is. Yeah, so Purebloods. So when somebody dies, they turn to a Nobody, they turn into a Heartless. They turn into a Pureblood Heartless normally is what would happen. So when Sora dies, that little Pikmin guy that you just pointed out, that's what Sora turns into when he stabs himself and releases his heart. He turns to one of those little shadows. You get to play as it. It's fucking adorable. It's really cool. I never finished Kingdom Hearts 1. I know how it ends. I know how these games end and kind of what's in the middle of each of these games, like what the filler is between part 1 to part end. But it's really cute. I will definitely work on finishing it because those games are hard. So sometimes getting to the end is just hard. And plays a Heartless because it's cute. So these are both from the Kingdom Hearts wiki because I use that a lot because again, you need to, if you understand and memorized every single thing about these games, you have spent every second of your goddamn life trying to do it because it's just so confusing and hard to remember. And I'm sure that people with better memories than me would be like, no, I just played the games and I like them a lot, I just memorized it, you freak. I'm like, no, I'm just really bad at remembering things. The Kingdom Hearts wiki says that pureblood Heartless are natural Heartless born when people's hearts are normally consumed by darkness. Upon their destruction, they simply disappear in puffs of darkness. So normally, yeah, if your heart's consumed by darkness, you're just going to turn to a pure blood like that. I think when you are not consumed by darkness, that's where you can become an emblem Heartless, which are artificial enemies. I would compare this to an enemy that's in Kid Icarus, but neither of you have played a Kid Icarus, so we will never talk about that reference again until I talk about Kid Icarus in another PowerPoint, because that's also a game I recently wanted to play because I couldn't because my 3DS was broken. Anyways, Emblem Heartless. They are Heartless created in Ansem's lab. Ansem's this guy. He's like a scientist. Basically got his PhD in hearts. That's just who he is. They're usually more powerful than normal Heartless. They are very much more powerful than normal Heartless. And they bear the Heartless emblem, which is that little weird heart with the cross inside of it, on their body somewhere. So those are made from hearts of people that have died, of course, and then they are just, I don't know where the bodies come from. They probably just get morphed from these hearts. Like, I assume that's just how it's made. But the Ansem reports, I think, explain some stuff, which is just, like, basically his lab notes that he had to take. And then that's kind of all I really know. Again, I never played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 fully, so I don't really have much of that information, but that's just how the wiki explains it, and I think that's just how we know it as. I don't think there's very much... I don't really think there's any, like, in detailed explanation. They poked this one artery, and this is how they got the arm. It's just kind of how it is. There is, like... There is a notorious part of Ansem's experiments where he and his disciples, or his apprentices, do inhumane experiments on people and kind of play with the hearts that way, which didn't last super long because Ansem's like, oh no, that's bad, we don't need to do that. But then he experiments on one of his disciples, and that's when shit got bad. Real bad.
Shit got bad.
Don't experiment on your disciples. You may go to the next slide. So we're just gonna do some guessing. So the enemies for these games, they can be pretty straightforward, or they can be kind of arbitrary, or just be like, where the fuck did this name come from? What do you guys think the name of that one little carousel looking thing in that top left corner? What do you think the name of that enemy is?
John.
In the top left? Is it carousel?
It's not carousel.
Is it Viva Pinata? The pinata from
me
Viva Pinata in carousel form. Oh.
No, it's not. Oh my
It's
god, I
Amerigo
fucking
Rowdy.
love the Viva Pinata Xbox game. It's Amerigo Rowdy. The one on the bottom left there, that little, like, plant-looking one with the little the coffin attached to it. What do you think the name of that one is?
Deathotron.
Ethan, do you have a guess?
Oh, the ball or the coffin?
That's one whole thing. It's one enemy.
Oh, well, I mean, I was gonna say with the coffin, it looks like something that a guy in Guilty Gear wields. But honestly, I don't know. Coffin spider and spiky ball.
It's not. It's if you want to click once for me as well. It's Leechgrave is the name. You didn't click it. Okay, there we go. It just took forever. My bad. These ones, I'm going to say these enemies on this page are probably going to be harder to guess. The one on the next page might be a little more straightforward once you get the vibe of it, but I don't think either of you guys. I don't expect either of you guys to get any of them right because it's just a dumb naming system, but I just wanted to make you guys guess because it's fun. So the one in between, the one that, like, little green ball right there, the green ball, the green spiky ball, what do you think that one's name is? I'm going to say you are definitely not going to get this one.
Spike ball.
Ball boy.
It's not Spike Ball.
What am I thinking of? Isn't that like a DC hero that's named like Ball Boy or some shit?
A what?
Is that triggering? Is that activating a neuron for anyone else or just me?
No, what did you say?
You kind of
A DC hero named like Ball Boy or something.
It does not for me.
What? I have no idea who Ball Boy is.
I don't know. It's just a guy who like became a ball. Maybe it's a fucked up version of Plastic Man. I don't know.
Plastic Man?
Click the button.
Plastic Man's sick as hell.
His name is Morningstar.
Oh, that one makes sense, actually.
It's not even a Morning Star. Where's the fucking chain and the thing? That's just the fucking.
The arms,
that's
maybe?
It's just a Morning Star head.
This is just a normal star.
This is a normal star.
This is just the morning.
It's not even the morning. It's like night. It's like dusk. Next one. That little weird blaster guy. The yellow and red one.
Drill dozer.
Okay. Good guess. Ethan, do you have one?
Oh, the thin boy. The
no, the one on the bottom. The one on the bottom. Yeah, the yellow.
Bottom
and red
middle.
One. Yeah.
Shit.
This one's not
Upside down, fucked up, sentient traffic pylon.
Kind of does look like a traffic pylon. Kind of looks like
I think that one's a little
top.
long though.
That one, it's a little bit long, honestly. This one's not as long as it's normal, but yeah, you can click it. It's called Destroyer.
That's lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look anything like a destroyer.
It shoots lasers at you. It's honestly, it's not that hard. I liked
Doesn't
fighting
look
this kind
anything
of
like
enemy.
a littoral combat ship.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Looks more
The
like
one
an
on the top.
aircraft carrier, if anything.
Oh, my God.
I think there is one that's named like an aircraft carrier in the next slide, but there's only 2 slides of this. I promise it's not going to be very long. But yeah, the one on the top there.
Average butch lesbian.
Honestly, I see it. I'm gonna give you kind of.
I'm not
hint.
insane.
I'm gonna give you kind of a hint. So that one there, it's a pure blood heartless, and the one pure blood heartless I showed you guys, the one that Connor said looked like a Pikmin, that one was named Shadow. So a lot of enemies will have a similar name scheme like that of Shadow, or something like that. Do you want to guess, or even have something added onto it at the beginning or the end? Do you want to guess maybe something like? Does that help you with a guess, or do you want to just like call him Butch Baby?
Mr. Noodle.
Mr. Noodle. Okay, String Cheese Man. He looks kind of like the String Cheese Man from the string cheese commercials.
A little bit, yeah.
I think Ethan, you guessed right. You guessed lesbian. Something.
Yeah, average butch lesbian.
Average butch lesbian. Okay, Connie, you can click one more time. It's called a Nova Shadow. Don't know where the name comes from. I can't remember what
average
the normal one.
Trans butch lesbian.
Yes.
I see. I was off by one word.
A butch lesbian, trans butch lesbian who's named Nova. Who's emo. Alright, last one on the bottom right there. This one is 4 letters. There is an Adventure Time character enemy that has this name.
Ice King.
And King. As King. No, it is not Ice King.
What's this? Isn't it like
Gunter?
Like Nelson?
Nelson? Simon, you mean?
Simon. I never watched the show.
No, it's okay. It is... I didn't hear what Connor guessed, but I know it was wrong.
Gunter.
Bingus, man.
Gunter.
Bingus.
Bingus. Both good guesses. No, it is not. It is, Connor, if you want to click. The name is Lich.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't
Voiced
know
by
if you guys
Ron
watched
Perlman.
Adventure. Yes. Same
in
voice actor for this Lich. I'm just kidding. I don't think
He was in Pacific Rim.
Cool. The movie or the
Hellboy.
game?
There's no game for Pacific Rim.
Oh. Alright, go to the next slide, please.
Also Hellboy, and also other movies.
Alright, so these ones are a little more cute. And their naming scheme, I'm going to say, is a lot more straightforward. So we're going to start with the little watermelon one on the top left there. What do you guys think that one is called?
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
Close. Very close.
That's not big. I can cover it with my hand right now.
I think
See?
it's an average
I can't even
sized
see it right
pumpkin.
An average size. No, okay, we're going to the one between the pumpkin and the
Is it
watermelon.
huge egg?
It's not huge egg, but
I'm
you're
gonna go
close.
out on a limb and say small
It's-
egg.
Close. Let's say
Me when
what's
I have a
between.
problem with my weight, but
Hey.
also I'm not a. Me when I have a problem with my weight, and also I don't know I'm trans yet.
Growth
Growth.
egg.
Growth egg.
Growth egg. Okay. Yeah, it's the one on the bottom there. What do you think that one's named?
Pumpkin.
Close. Not really, but close. Ethan?
He's in.
Pumpkin?
No. It's jack-o'-lantern. Alright, we're gonna go
These
to
were
the
like
middle
in
one.
the same ballpark of these guesses on this page, man.
This one might be a bit harder, but it's also equally as silly.
That one?
Car?
That car.
Lightning. God damn it! I was gonna say Lightning McQueen.
You gotta guess Tomater now, asshole.
Chick Hicks. Final answer.
Chick Hicks.
Radiator Springs is the name. No, I'm kidding. It's neither of those. It's Mad Bumper.
Barely even has a bumper.
Rusties. Bro.
Those teeth. Those are the bumper
It's
men.
the
The teeth. Rusties. You too
them
can
veneers.
look like me. Ka-chow.
Ciao.
Ker-chew. Okay. We're going up to that snowman motherfucker.
Is it Snowman Motherfucker?
Yeah, I agree. That's my final answer.
I
Snowman
wish it's
motherfucker.
not snowman motherfucker. It's large
What is-
snowman.
God damn it.
Okay. The one right next to it, the other big boy right there.
Mr. Punchy.
No, it does not. Think more about what his like body, like what is he wearing right now? It's not Gucci.
Mr.
not
Punch.
fun.
Chunk ass. Mr. This is fucking. Oh, fuck. God damn it. This is the Onion Knight from Dark Souls. I forget his name.
I don't know.
Someone
what
of
the name
Katarina.
Solid
No,
armor.
Oh
Solid
my god.
armor. And then we got one more guy down here. I don't think either of you
Cheap,
guys
cheap.
will get it. But what you say? Cheap.
Cheap, cheap.
Cheap. That'd be a good name, actually.
It looks like the birds from A Hat in Time.
I don't know that either.
Oh, man. You should be. I know you're not going to play it because that's not what you do, but you should definitely be watching A Hat in Time playthrough.
Okay. I will write that down.
Ray's one of those weird people who doesn't like to play games. They like watching people play them.
Unless it's Stardew Valley.
It's just hard. If I don't have to... Okay, the only game that's hard that I've played was Halo because I got carried the whole time. Things like that, I'll do that. Except for most games, actually. I don't... I love video games, but how many video games do I play? I play the same video game I've played since I was 5.
Fucking...
yeah.
Noble 6 is actually... we know Noble 6 is the strongest because they had to carry Noble fucking 7 on their back the whole way across Reach.
Fair enough. Alright. So, this enemy, it's called Jet Balloon.
It's a fish.
What the... It's a fucking anglerfish. What do you mean?
I don't know why I named it.
It's a goddamn football fish, even. You could have called it the Jet Football.
I don't know, man.
That's actually one of the common names for anglerfish. Did you know this?
I did not know that.
Actually.
That's a football fish.
Huh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I did.
At least
yes.
one kind of anglerfish.
I've shown you guys my D&D character, right? That is an anglerfish?
I don't think so.
What? How not? I'll send a picture
so.
later. Mutt. Skibble Mutt. I have a little D&D character named Skibble Mutt. If you look at my art account, you'll probably find a picture of it. It's just a little fish guy. Kid. But yeah, anyways. The naming game in this game is great. We can go on to the next slide, but thanks for playing. Thanks for guessing. I appreciate it. So we're gonna talk about the games now. Okay, so games. It's game time. There's only one slide on this, don't worry. Actually, there's my slide, but that's the next slide. It's different. So, release order. I didn't put years on here. I should have, but I got this little list that somebody made on Reddit. Thank God, because I would have hated to try and get to compile this, and also have to get the Greek letter special character in here, because God, it wasn't hard, it's just tedious.
You just go into special characters and type in she.
I know, but that's just work, because then I have to open it every time I need to use it, because it's in my way. Look, copy paste is great, and I put credit because I am a cool person that credits people. There's some things that aren't credited in here because I could not find the original artist for some things. There's not very much art in here. There's like 2 images later on.
Should have made it harder to steal, idiot.
One of them was on Pinterest, weirdly enough. The other one was on DeviantArt, I think, but I don't know. I couldn't find the artist. There was no proper credit. Okay, it definitely wasn't on DeviantArt, because if it was on DeviantArt, I could have credited it, but it wasn't, actually. It was something else. Doesn't matter. Release order of games. Kingdom Hearts 1, that's what we start with. We go to the Yu-Gi-Oh version of Kingdom Hearts called Chain of Memories. We move on to the next mainline game, Kingdom Hearts 2. And then we go on to a billion in-between games, and then we go to Kingdom Hearts 3. So this is just release order. Like, as you can probably tell, even just by the shape of the list, it's pretty different based on the games that are released in chronological order, and then just in release order. So we start to 2 mobile games as the prequels, the pre-prequels is what I want to say, with Key back cover and then Kingdom Hearts Key. Then there's also Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, and then there's Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. So these are mobile games as far as I can remember. I know for sure Union Cross and then Key and then back cover is mobile. I think Unchained is as well. They're all in a very similar art style. We kind of already have seen some characters in that art style. It's very chibi 2D. This is not a 3D game, it's a 2D game. So any character that has like a 2D art style or is in 3D of any kind or whatever, that's probably where they come from. It has a lot more of those, like huge watermelon, big snowman, growth egg, and jack-o'-lantern are from those games. I think they were event characters, but they are legitimate enemies in the Kingdom Hearts universe, so there you go. Then we go on to a prequel game that wasn't released until after some of the other filler games called Birth by Sleep. And then we go on to the first game, Kingdom Hearts. Between Birth by Sleep... Oh, actually, I should say this. Between back cover, Key, Unchained, and Union Cross, that's like, I don't know, a few hundred years between that and Birth by Sleep. And then Birth by Sleep is 10 years before the first Kingdom Hearts game. I don't know if that Union Cross... I don't think those first 4 are in actual order. I know there's one that's like more recent than Union Cross, but Union Cross is meant to be like the oldest one, I think. But I don't know enough about the mobile games to really back this up with facts. I get that this is our podcast where we just kind of go based off of our hearts, our brains, our memories,
Kingdom Hearts,
or whatever.
if you will.
Our Kingdom Hearts, if you will. Thank you. As soon as I said hearts, I was like, oh no, this is not right. Fuck. But I don't have enough really to go off of, so I'll talk about that a different day, a different episode, way into the future probably, because I have better things to do with my life. No offense to any of the mobile games people. That's cool, but it's confusing as fuck. We go Kingdom Hearts 1, and then we go 358/2 Days, which is a DS game. The first 4 mobile. Birth by Sleep is PSP, I believe. Kingdom Hearts 1 is PS2 or PS3. I think it was PS2. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 Days is DS. Chain of Memories is also PlayStation. Kingdom Hearts 2 is PlayStation 3, I believe. Kingdom Hearts Coded. Chain of Memories was Game Boy, actually. I lied. Coded, don't know. I have it on the DS, which was the remake. Kingdom Hearts 3D, Dream Drop Distance, is for the 3DS. Kingdom Hearts 0.2, Birth by Sleep, A Fragmentary Passage, is the PS4, I think. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, I have on the PS4, which I think the PS5 released after this game was released, so I want to say just PS4. This is a list of the quote-unquote mainline games, or what is in chronological order. This doesn't include game collections, so collections that just have more than one of these games into one. I have a few of those. Remakes/reduxes, which is basically just revamping it, updating the graphics, whatever, onto a new console. And then non-canon spin-offs, which I don't remember which ones those are. Technically, one of them is kind of like... Even the non-canon spin-offs have some kind of thing to do with the mainline game, whether it's like a little cutscene that adds to it or just some weird lore. Like, I don't know. It's like the Marvel universe, I guess. You have to watch everything to get it, I suppose. But I mean, I like them. They're fun. I think the gameplay's fun. The lore, don't even bother trying to figure it out if you're not going to get into it. It's just such a big headache. But I feed off of it because I have a problem. Alright, that's the game order for release and then chronological. You can go to the next slide. We're going to do my version of it because I played it in a very weird, untraditional way. I think when I first started, I was probably like 10 years old or something. I found 358/2 Days at a Walmart in the game section, and I thought, do you want to click once for me, Connor, actually? I thought the game was about lesbians because I thought every one of the characters that were on the cover,
yeah, Sora,
which was... Sora's not in that game.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll see the trio that's on it, and I'll point it out. I thought they were all women. Only one of them was a woman. Almost the entire cast of that game are all men, except for 2 characters. Maybe 3 if you want to count some side characters, but 2 main characters are female. The rest of the 40 are all male. There are maybe 4 fleshed out female characters in this whole game series, and that's kind of stretching it.
Cool.
So that's, the manga actually does a way better job at giving them actual character traits and personality and shit. Manga is great. The manga is fantastic. I love it. It does so much justice for all the characters. Better storytelling. Not as crazy confusing, I don't think, and it's just cute. It's very cute. The second game I played it was Recoded. That one was Nightmare. That was basically a video game within a video game. You play as a Data version of the main character, Sora, replaying the events, mostly kind of the first game. Just the first game, actually, yeah. And then you're just doing some shit. But that's where some little bugs... There's bugs. Just, you gotta get the bugs out of your system.
Bugs!
And the data is in a book.
Whoa, books!
Whoa, books. You got a virus. Your book's got a virus. And Jiminy Cricket's like, we need to get this fixed. And Mickey's like, okay. And then you go dive into a book as Data Sora.
Fantastic impersonation.
Thank you. We'll see a video of Mickey actually talking in the game, but it's my favorite quote ever, and I quote it all the time, so I practiced a lot.
Yeah, fascism Mickey.
Yeah,
as
actually,
opposed to the non-fascist Mickey that
you gotta kill him, Sora.
Disney Corporation.
You gotta kill him.
Cult Mickey,
to stop communism.
Do it, Sora.
Take the shot, Sora.
The Jedi way.
I forgot about that animation. Oh,
how could you miss Sora?
Okay, so Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, they never got far, but I own them in collection, so I kind of played them a little bit. Dreamed Out Distance, I got it as a gift from a friend, and I was like, bro, I love Kingdom Hearts, and I started it, and I was like, I got other stuff to do. Never picked it up. Probably try again soon, because now that my 3DS is fixed, I could do it. That game's cool. Go to the next, or click once. So, Kingdom Heart Union Cross, that was the mobile app. None of those apps you can download anymore, nor can you play. The online services have been down for probably close to like 5 years or something like that, I want to say. Maybe 3.
Online services. So all of our products now have a lifespan.
Yep. You can no longer play these games. The app no longer exists. I downloaded it once, started it, got confused, I think, even though I made a character creation thing, and then I deleted it, and I regret my decision because I really wanted to play it because I tried to find it, and I was like, I can't find it. Why can't I find it? It sucked. It was so sad. I didn't realize that was going to happen. But then again, when you play the game and it's open and running, then like you kind of assume you can continue to play it.
Reject digital games. Embrace physical copies.
I wish. Fucking imagine having like cartridges for your phone to play games on.
That'd be sick, actually.
Just like a micro. It's like I
Hold
kind of
on,
imagine
let me
like
plug in Clash of Clans real quick.
It's like the size of like a Game Boy Color or like a Game Boy original Game Boy like thing. It's huge.
I'm gonna dock my cock.
Sorry, my apologies.
No, it's okay.
Honestly, no, that's my bad. I shouldn't.
You had to put in a link cable every time you want to play with somebody else.
God. Yeah, can we?
Sorry.
Let's play. I was gonna say Flappy Bird together. That is not a co-op game.
Dude, don't delete that off your phone. You can't put it back.
Shut up. Shut the fuck.
I haven't been able to.
I can play Flappy Bird in fucking Deep Rock, dude. It does not matter.
Can you?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, like the game or like something similar?
No, in the game.
Pretty much just a Flappy Bird clone in the game, and you have to play Flappy Bird as a minigame to unlock certain.
That's hilarious and awful.
If you want to get the jet boots,
yeah.
If you
want to get the best upgrade you could possibly find, you gotta be able. You gotta pop off in Flappy Bird real hard.
I spent 30 minutes trying to open one of those once, and I still didn't get it. I had to give up.
Oh my god, it's hard.
That's pathetic.
God, imagine.
Really
has
bad
Deep Rock Galactic?
You have to clear like
threats?
8. You have to clear like 8 or 9 fucking of the pillars. It's not even that hard.
Well, when I'm playing solo and the Glyphids keep trying to kill me, so I don't have a minute to do it.
Hey, Connor.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Connor.
Yes.
Skill issue.
Fuck off. There's also
You just simply aren't good.
There's also an arcade machine on the ship that you can play Flappy Bird on.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. They know where their audience is. They're like, you guys want to die, right?
Chill as hell. Yeah, no.
Super
the audience
chill.
The audience for that game is unironically chill as fuck.
Yeah, it is for the most part.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Ray, play it with us.
No.
Ray, play it with us.
Rock and Stone.
We'll carry you. Rock and
I'll
Stone.
watch
Rock
somebody.
and Stone.
We will carry you. We can actually carry you in this
Ethan
one.
carries me.
How much is it? Oh, that's so cute. How much is it?
I can carry. I've carried the entire Civrite family in that game before.
How many people can play at once?
4.
Is it like a
4.
Oh,
Yeah, just my dad, sister, and I.
Is your dad playing
like-
right now? I saw the Steam notification pop up earlier.
Oh my
He
god.
might be. Hang on, let me
Homie.
check. I'll blur this.
Mr. Civrite, please.
No, he only played recently, but he does have 23.9 hours played recently, which, if that's in the past day, is really funny. Just to
That's
say,
really
yeah,
funny.
during the past entire day,
Last
I've played the
online
game
6
only.
minutes ago.
Oh my god.
$35.
518 hours on Deep Rock
Yeah, he's
Galactic.
played 518 hours of DRG.
That's-
Holy fuck!
My dad
like-
really likes Deep Rock
That
Galactic.
is
Not a
that's
moment of it. Not a moment of it above Hazard 3. That guy's crazy.
No,
How does he still get into? Oh my. Okay,
How does he
thank
have a-
God he's upgraded.
Has
How
3
is
is
he
more
just-
fun. He normally plays Has 3, so do I. Has 3
I believe that.
Has 3 is simple enough that it's not hard, but it's still complicated enough that I have to think.
Is there plot to this game? How does it work?
You're dwarves, and you go get the goodies from the rock
Yeah.
in the galaxy. You go deep
All
in
right.
the rock.
I have
galactic.
seen that part. I remember watching you guys play. I just don't. I was like, if it's just like,
Not to be rude, dear, but there's this other cool game. It's called Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's just as cool as Deep Rock Galactic, and it has just as chill people as well.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, they're chill. Yeah.
They're chill.
Yeah, I'm Kingdom Hearts is not chill. Everyone has a problem.
Yeah, they're normal. They're chill and normal.
They're very normal. But the people who don't like Kingdom Hearts are equally as normal as people who do like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, me.
I've never seen. Yeah.
No,
I mean like people who openly hate Kingdom Hearts are so passionate.
I don't hate it. I've never played it.
You can hate it. It's okay. I understand not hating it because you've never played it, but I will make you play it and you will hate it. You will hate it forever.
I still
You'll hate
think
me.
all the anime stuff, big mistake. I'd just make it Disney or make it anime.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, this is for the people that said, what if we had both?
I think that was a fundamental mistake.
Correct.
I mean, they made a lot of money. And they got Danny DeVito.
Yeah, but
sure
everybody
did.
hates most of the games.
Fucking drug dealers make a lot of money now, don't they, Ray?
Look, when you make
Are you comparing
that many
drug
games,
dealing?
I think he doesn't
There's
count.
more. There's
Jesus
definitely
Christ.
more to that. There's like 8 more, maybe, including collections. I think I have to double check, but yeah. Anyways, you can go to the next one. Click it again. Yeah, I played Birth by Sleep. I love this game. There's 3 different paths in this game. You can play it 3 different times with 3 different characters with 3 different routes and end up with the same outcome because you can't change anything. Love it. I played on my brother's PS4 and I don't think he has it anymore, so I have to restart if I want to play it again, which is fine. This is the kind of game where it's like, I guess, it's whatever. You can play it again. I'm not mad. I'm honestly, I'm not. I didn't even beat it. I only played one of the 3 routes, and that one was the one I hated the most, and I was like, I can't beat it. It's so hard. Kingdom Hearts 3, I cried the whole time. I love that game. At the same time, I hate it.
Because it was bad.
Again. Because I loved it. Because
I'm so sad this game is shit.
This game is
should have been so much better.
My favorite characters are dead. Yeah. I
So
spent $80 on this trash. I got it. Okay. My Kingdom Hearts, I'll say it in a second actually, but my Kingdom Hearts 3 copy, I have no idea where it is. I've lost it. I lost a PS4 game. Those aren't small packages. I don't know where the fuck it is. I either lent it to somebody that I don't talk to anymore, or someone has it and they just haven't told me that they have it because either they don't know or they don't want to give it back. I would say if anyone has it, they should definitely give it back because you do not want that game. It is not you played it once, you've played it forever. You're done. You got it. But I have only lent it to one person that I can remember, and the other person that I would have lent it to already has a copy of it. So I don't know where it is. And if it's with somebody
terrible.
I don't talk to anymore, and I don't want to reach out to them. There's a reason why I don't talk to these people. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to make friends with them. I don't want to fucking be like, hey, I don't even talk to in 7 years, but can you please give me my game back if you have it? And if they don't, they're like, I don't have it. I'm like, well, I just wasted my fucking time.
Heist.
And also, I can't. I'm not sneaky. I'm too loud to be sneaky.
I can be sneaky.
All right, if I give you these people's addresses, can we make a
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yes. Yes, nondescript. What? Yeah, yes, nondescript gendered person.
Thank you. I thought about that too. I was like, what's the gender neutral version of ma'am and sir? I don't know. Ma'am's fine. I'm fine with ma'am.
Yes, Your Highness. I don't know.
Sir,
No, yes, Your Highness. I like that. Thank
Sir
you.
is gender neutral.
Is it?
Yes.
No.
You are. Yeah. No, it is.
Like how dude is gender neutral?
I like in certain contexts, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Sir is.
You know what's gender neutral? Surfing.
Hell yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
I've never heard you make a joke like that before. Are you okay?
No, to be honest, I looked at your presentation and realized we aren't even halfway through all these lines. She has put 48 in this fucking thing. We're on 20.
Ray, we gotta pick it up. It's been an hour.
I know. Okay, go to the next. Click one more time.
I'm having a good time, but
I'm having a good
I know.
time, but my god, there needs to be limits
That's
on
what I
this kind of
said. It
shit.
might be close to your Bionicle episode, so
we may have to
I
break this
understand.
one in 2.
That's fine. It gives you an extra time to make a new presentation if you haven't done it.
Well, Bobby,
Okay.
we may have a guest next week.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll have a real backlog and we just do normal things over summer and sitting quick podcasts.
Oh God.
We do
Okay.
need to
Yeah.
plan a
We'll
day
zip
trip.
through it.
Which may
do
not
need
be
you
able to
guys.
happen, but
Hey,
No, don't say
you know
that.
who else goes on a road trip? Kingdom Hearts.
They do. They take a gummy ship. All right. Right now, I lent out one of my remixes, which is a compilation of some games. I own most of the DS titles. I lost from number 3, but I used a gift card to buy it. I miss it every day. Have no idea where it is. Might just rebuy it again, honestly, because I didn't pay for it the first time, so it's not like a financial loss. Go to the next slide. Why does the order matter? Well, who the fuck are these people? We don't know. You won't know unless you do play the game in some kind of order.
I know who
That's
Goofy
Darth
is.
Vader Mickey down the bottom left, and Sora Mickey. Why didn't they should. Imagine the balls if they actually put Mickey in Smash. What do you think?
Oh my god,
God,
I would
that
fucking
would've
die.
been
I
wild.
would.
So funny.
I would have bought the DLC like within the second of knowing that. I still don't have it. It'd be so funny. You can click once for me. We don't know who the fuck these clowns are. But just you wait, my sweet summer child.
CIA clown.
Well,
Yeah.
sure, it's Goofy, but it's Night Goofy, and then we got the wizard, or I guess mage, technically.
Shadow Goofy.
Donald. Shadow Goofy. We got Goofy but dead. Got zombie Goofy. You can click once for me. Just guess what? We're going into the biggest fat fucking section of this presentation that I will do my best to zip through.
Yeah.
Go to the next slide. Characters, baby! I
Made this whole thing in 12 hours. You're deranged, man.
I have clearly too much time on my hands, but I genuinely do not
You
have that much
canceled
time
your
on my
plans
hands.
for this.
I did. I had to cancel plans to get this done. I don't have any complaints about it. I needed a break. Honestly, I was so socially drained and I was so tired. But instead of catching up on stuff and whatever, I did this. Go to the next slide. We're not gonna go super in depth. I forgot about that. Go to the next slide.
This
All right,
is why
cool.
your presentations take so long to make.
They don't take long.
That takes me like 2
They
seconds.
pumped this out in 12 hours.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're on another level, dude.
That's
okay?
true.
I'm like-
I spent like 2 months on the last Heritage Minutes one because of
Right.
the amount of the amount of times I just distracted myself with literally anything
The
else.
Bionicle
We recorded-
episodes take me so long.
Yeah, we recorded this like last week. I went from like the day after, started it, took like about a few hours a day working on it, and then I pissed it all out today. Pissed the rest of it out today. I was maybe on like one of the next few slides when I started today again.
I was waiting for the sentence to finish as I was maybe on numerous illegal substances.
No, I did not.
No, of
I
course
could have. It
never.
probably would have helped, honestly. I could do. No, I'm not going to. I have some class. I use legal substances. We got Sora, the main boy. You can see
I've
him in
heard of
different
this
outfits
guy.
on the top right there. Mr. Kingdom Hearts himself.
John Kingdom Hearts himself.
John Nomura.
So
Kingdom
we
Hearts.
meet at last.
My mortal enemy.
2 hours into the presentation, we meet the first
How
character.
the turns tabled.
No. Oh my god, 2 hours in. Oh lord. Okay. The one guy, that's him in Toy Story up there, him in Nightmare Before Christmas, and then him in Pirates of the Caribbean. Connor's dying.
I'm fine.
No, it's okay. He's our main lad. Somehow, even though he's not the main playable character in every game, he's somehow in every game. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and zippers excite me. This boy has just got all belts and chains and zippers. That's his outfit. His outfits. It's all zippers and chains and shit. He's got like 5 other people inside of him at least at most of the time in the games. They're either clones of him, other versions of him.
We don't
One of
kink
them's a
shame on
completely
this
different person.
podcast.
Yeah, we don't kink shame on his podcast. There's like one of them's just not him. It's just
You
another
can have
guy.
as many people as you want in you at any
Yeah,
time.
yeah, exactly. He can take a bitch's eye out with that hair. He's got very spiky hair. Loves his friends. He
Sora's
loses
a
his friends a lot,
child,
though.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's a child. He's forced into
I'm
war
gonna
at a very young age.
I'm gonna retract that statement.
But also voiced by Jamie. Something. Okay, hold on. I don't.
Jamie
need-
Oliver.
No. Something. He was in The Boys very briefly, but I know he's in other stuff too.
Will
You
Ferrell.
fucky. I love actors. I love those videos on YouTube that popped up like just at the end of the year last year where it's like same voice actor and it shows you
Haley
two
Joel Osment.
Oh, he was in The
entirely
Boys
different.
briefly.
Yeah,
like,
he was. He was like the kid detective character in season 1. I know.
Mesmer.
If you know Oh my god, how do you remember that?
I don't know.
He's watching The Boys right now.
I do want to watch the new season. I haven't
Not
seen
as
it yet.
we speak.
Okay, fair enough. I will
I'd
have
do
a
it as we
character.
speak, personally.
No, fuck
I
no.
will-
That is I have to be alone kind of show.
Yeah, I have to be alone for not reasons you think of.
I could not. No, I can't. No, I don't want anybody. I feel bad watching that show.
I feel naughty.
That's-
It's really good, but
There's so many.
I love that show,
It's
but it
really
does feel
good,
like I've
but there's
committed
so
many crimes.
fascists.
there's so many
So many
dicks
fascists.
in it.
Fucking
It's-
Valerie Curry is the new enemy in the game. I'm like, or in the movie, so in the show. My God, sorry, I was thinking about her in Detroit Become Human, and she was also in Twilight. Such an insane pull, but yeah, speaking
All
of
these-
insane pull,
All these
Who's fun?
actors with their crazy
Who's Valerie
there's
Curry?
range. Valerie
The
Curry is the girl
range.
that she plays the new enemy in the newest
Who?
season of The Boys. I don't know. She's a woman.
The redhead?
Yeah,
Firecracker.
yeah, Firecracker. That's Valerie Curry.
There's a few.
I
She's,
like
ones.
the white boy on fire. Sorry.
So you guys remember Detroit Become Human? She's the caretaker robot in that game. Kara.
Okay, I've never played
Yeah.
that game.
She's
Don't worry,
also in the
she's
last-
watched that game, so she knows it's Car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've actually played that game. After I watched it.
Oh,
I play a lot of games after I've watched them, so I know what happened, so I could do better.
that
So
is
It's a
so
story
real.
game.
That's so real. I support you, honestly,
you.
fully,
I want
completely.
to get a good ending. I don't want to get them all mad and evil and stuff. I don't want Hank to
That's
die.
the
I don't
point
want.
of the game.
No,
I don't
no,
want it to
Connor.
ba-
My emotions
it's
cannot
not.
handle
My brother
the bad
Yes.
ending.
That-
I
I
need a
can't
happy
handle it.
ending. I need
Yes,
a happy ending.
Also, you want
I
to
Connor?
can't handle.
You want to
I've
play?
I'm
played
one who
through Mass
saves-
Effect multiple times.
That game sucks ass
the
too.
time Mass
How dare
Effect
you.
kicks ass. Eat
It's
a bag
good.
of dicks.
Man,
And
it's
I
so
have
fucking
never done a
boring.
renegade run because it makes me sad. I don't want to be mean to my friends.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Literally,
I don't like
I
role
say
playing
first,
Put
make a
me in a
decision.
straight line.
Mm.
Either let
That
me
says a lot about
tinker
you.
and build little things, or point me in a straight line. Also, you want to play a good
you-
choose your own adventure game? Play the Stanley Parable.
Lego Batman. Oh yes,
I
Stanley
will
Parable.
never play Lego Batman with you ever again.
What's
That was
wrong
the
with me?
most aggravating
No, what's wrong
hour
with
and a
playing
half
with
of my
me?
entire life.
Imagine growing up with me
I
As my
would have
brother.
strangled you.
playing that game with me. I'm surprised he didn't.
My brother was
I
fine
can
to
tell
play
you.
Lego Batman with. You,
Connor,
we played, for
this is-
context, Ethan, and our listeners, this was like a year and a half ago. Ray was over.
This was
And you're
more than a year and a
still
half ago. It was like
thinking about
3
it.
years
we were
ago.
hanging out. Yeah, it might have been that long ago, actually.
Actually, it might have been pre-COVID, honestly, now that I think about it.
I don't think it was pre-COVID. It doesn't matter.
I think it was pre-COVID.
We were just hanging
We were playing
out,
Portal at the same time.
We
I think,
played...
too.
Yeah. Was that the same day?
This was pre-COVID. We played Portal and then Lego Batman.
Crazy-
Connor hated it the whole time. Would never play either of those games with me ever
No.
again.
Ethan and I played Portal, and that was fun.
Good for you.
We recorded it, actually, and then it all corrupted.
Yes,
really
I remember
funny.
that.
It was
so
funny.
sad.
I just like blasted sounds through my mic the whole time. It's
Yeah.
really nothing.
And then, then I tried playing with you, and that was a nightmare. Well,
Play games with me, everybody.
never
I'm
again.
the best person to play video games with.
I love
This is
playing
why I
video-
watch game.
I love
And
playing
you
video
complain
games
why
with you. I've never
I-
played puzzle games with you.
This is why I don't play video games. I watch them. I'm not good at games. I love playing. I'm like the Aaron from Game Grumps in my own universe. I'm so bad at
My
video
own
games.
universe.
Mhm.
The same
In the Ray
universe where
universe.
Aaron exists.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Speaking of video games, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Sora loses friends a lot.
Where'd
They
they go?
sometimes don't want. Sometimes they die mostly, but sometimes he brings them back.
Nice.
Sora's friends don't seem to want to be saved, but he saves them anyways, and then they end up being grateful, and then they keep getting in the same situation. Sucks.
That's a lack
Sora,
of consent.
exactly, which means Sora, you are causing a lot
rapist.
of harassment issues. But don't worry, Sora dies a lot too, so he gets what he deserves.
Hope your abuser dies and it's just Sora from Kingdom Hearts and the Family Guy death pose.
Sora for Kingdom Hearts can't hurt you. Sora for Kingdom Hearts.
It's not real.
He's not real. He's also a goober. We love him. He's got good main character energy. Very much basic anime boy. He's not. If your character's not a main character if they don't have spiky hair. You can go to the next slide. Actually, no, one more. Click once. So his Keyblade is a Kingdom Key. It's the basic Keyblade. It's just him that starts with it.
They call it the Kingdom Key because like the teeth on the end look like a crown.
They do indeed. They do indeed. And then they also got a little Mickey Mouse keychain on it. What changes the Keyblade, like what you can actually like, because in the game you can change your Keyblade. What is supposed to cause that is the keychain on the Keyblade. You're good. You're good. You can go to the next slide. You're good. Don't worry about it.
I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry.
No, you're good. We can move on to this one. This is Kyrie.
You fucked it. Sorry. Yeah,
You
sorry.
fucked me, Kirby. You're okay. But I'll never forgive you.
Fucked me,
Kyrie is main character number 2. Damsel in distress. Damsel in a dress. Has 0 personality. Very two-dimensional. Not very compelling as a character. Pretty much just plot device. In the first game, she's pretty okay. She's like, don't worry, I'll save you, Sora. Well, after you become heartless and free my heart and put it back in my body, we'll figure it out. She gets kidnapped in that game. And then she gets her heart back. She comes back to life because she was passed out the most of the time. Kingdom Hearts 2. She gets kidnapped for most of the game as well. Gets a Keyblade, fights one enemy, and then doesn't do much else other than that. Kingdom Hearts 3, she trains for a long fucking time in a weird world where time doesn't pass so that she can get super buff super fast. Does a little bit of damage, dies, and then I think she's back to life. And then that's it. That's pretty much Kyrie.
Woo!
She doesn't wear pants either, which is kind of unfortunate. The girl must be cold. The manga version of her, though, is great. I love the manga version of her. She's very sassy. Not really short-tempered, but not long-tempered, I guess, if that makes sense. She just has a personality, which is great. Kyrie is either super loved or super hated. I love her. I love all the characters in these games. I don't really have one that I dislike strongly other than Xehanort, just because he's ugly as fuck, but then he's also voiced by Leonard Nimoy, so I'm like, I can't hate him. I still love him, but I also hate him. She deserves better. I think she's cool. Definitely deserves more than to be a plot device. Someone called her social glue of her friend group, and honestly, like, her friends need to grow the fuck up and leave her out of their nonsense. She just eat some fruit and hang out and go hang with Goofy or something. Like, give her something cool and happy and, like, I don't know, fucking give her a better life. She's cool. Like, she deserves to have some fun stuff and, like, beat some enemies too here and there, but, like, not just to be, like, the reason why 2 friends are fighting all the time. Like, girl, you're not that interesting, but also you deserve better. She's also Princess of Hearts, so that kid version of her on the left there, that was one of the images from the side before. She has no darkness in her heart, so she's just a being of pure heart. Get this girl some pants. She's cold. Her Keyblade is pretty hyper feminine, but I think it's pretty cool. If you want to click it once for me, Connor. I have notes on these. Her Keyblade's called Destiny's Embrace, which is, yeah, I mean, she probably hugs everybody, so that makes sense. And her little keychain's a Paopu fruit, which, by the way, Paopu fruit, I surprisingly actually give it any kind of mention in any of this, but Paopu fruit is a type of fruit that if you split it with somebody, it means your destinies are intertwined, and that basically you just can never be as separate of each other's lives anymore. So it was a huge thing where Sora and Riku were like, we want to share the Paopu fruit with Kyrie, let's race to do it, and then nobody ever did until Sora did in Kingdom Hearts 3 before she died. So much death. But yeah, Kyrie, pretty cool. She's there. You can go to the next slide.
I like the stupid
Next
clip
up.
that Donkey makes fun of her a lot, where she's running down the beach, doing the dumbest laugh imaginable.
I think I know which one you're talking about. I assume it's from the first one. We got Riku, edgelord with an identity crisis. He got bad guy syndrome right away in the game. That image with him with the yellow shirt, that's him from the first game. He's got those. Actually, that's from Chain of Memories, but that's what he wears in the first game as well. Pretty edgy. Silver hair at, like, I don't know, probably since birth, I assume. He's had silver hair since he was a kid. There's a younger version of him that also ran around in one of the games. Definitely evil. You can't have gray hair or else you're going to start a new age. When a baby is born with silver hair, that means you're now moving on to the next age from whatever age we're in now. The Bronze Age or whatever. What age are we in? Not the Golden Age. It's definitely not the Golden Age. But, whatever. Another Greek reference that we're not talking about anymore. Riku's got also a bunch of clones walking around. I think he's got like at least 2, maybe 3. He hangs out with one of them in the third game. He's just like basically the ghost of one of his clones. He's like, hey, I'm here. And Riku's like, okay, how's it going? He's fought through a lot of inner demons, and he deserves to just be kind of a chill guy because he's just kind of there at the end. He's no longer like main enemy, fought with darkness and light, can't control it. Now he's just kind of like your cool cousin that just comes to family gatherings sometimes, and then he just kind of hangs out and says something cool and smokes weed and then leaves. That's Riku. there's a lot of headcanons and evidence that you can allude for Riku being either gay or queer-coded. First of all, he slays. He's a queen, yes. 2, it's a fantasy game. Who cares? Let the gays win. We should get what we can, you know. If Riku is gonna be single, not with Kairi, at least let him be a queer icon of some kind. Be like, oh yeah, he could, you know, lean both ways, I guess. But Riku does, like, have some kind of interest in Kairi, whether it's to make Sora jealous or because he genuinely likes her. It's kind of hard to say, but, I mean, I'm sure there's evidence here and there. People could be, like, translated, and I'm like, I don't care. It's a fucking game. Also, the image of him with the knife, like, with the yellow shirt, he's got, like, weird bubbly arm muscles. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I was looking at that when I was putting this in. It's so weird. I was confused. I was like, damn, those muscles, bumpy as heck. From the first game to Chain of Memories to the second game, he gets some leather and a blindfold and now becomes a kinky bastard. He loves Sora. He loves Kairi. Sometimes he hates Sora. Not often, but sometimes. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure he bluffed wanting to eat the Powerpuff fruit with Kairi, the one that ties your destinies together. But, I don't know. I don't really care. I just think he's cool. He's a neat character. I feel like he's a lot of people's favorite characters because he's so edgy and, like, you know, he's him. Look at him. I could only assume how many people are simping for him, and honestly, I probably did too when I was a kid, but he wasn't my favorite character. He was cool. He's not my favorite. If you want to click once for me, Connor. Or actually 3 times total. Thank you. These are Riku's Keyblades. We got the Soul Eater, the one on the very left there. Love that anime. Just kidding, I've never seen it, but I'm sure it's good. We got the one right next to it, which is the Way to Dawn, or the Way to the Dawn, or the Dawn. And then we got the Keyblade on the very right there, his car key Keyblade called Braveheart. That one is when he ends up in with Kingdom Hearts 3, after he's fought through all of his darkness issues and personality issues and inner demons and whatever, and now he's just a normal average Joe that can drive. So that's what that is. You go to the next slide. We got Donald and Goofy. These guys.
I know these guys.
They're yeah, they're not cool enough to me to have their own slide, so they just get the economy grade pod / slide. They get a pod in one of the games to get their memories put back together, so they ride economy in that in regards, so they're riding economy
Quack.
here. Whack. First, they're loyal to the Keyblade as a concept, because Sora doesn't always have the Keyblade. He just kind of gets it one day, and then Donald and Goofy are like, oh, hey, the Keyblade now has a new master. Let's go find him. They found him. They're like, okay, cool, let's go help you. And then the Keyblade gets snatched by Riku, and then they're like, well, we gotta go follow the Keyblade. And then Sora's alone for a long time, gets helped by the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. He and him just go fucking roam worlds for a while together, which is kind of funny. But they learn the power of friendship, and then they help Sora again. They are homies to the day they die. They're pretty cute. Best trio. I mean, I wouldn't really say that, but definitely best trio, I guess, in terms of playability, even though Donald can't do shit. Donald is supposed to heal you. He's a mage.
Quack.
Purely magic support. Sucks ass at it. He's a quack. Indeed. Donald, apparently, is one of the most powerful black mages. And huh?
I get the joke.
When he says quack?
Yeah.
Donald is apparently one of the most powerful black mages in the Final Fantasy universe or something. Because he in Kingdom Hearts 3, he pulls out a spell called Zeta Flare. It is a super strong spell that only 2 other characters, which are jacked up boss characters, have only been able to cast because it fucking destroys you and your opponent. I don't know much about Final Fantasy, so I'm not sure how accurate that description is, but apparently he is one of the most powerful mages. A duck. Look at him. Look at him go. Walt Disney would be proud. You can also play as Donald and Goofy, like, individually, as opposed to just having them as side characters that help you, in Kingdom Hearts 358/2 days, and when Goofy, does this thing called Limit Break, which is basically when you're almost about to die and you can make a really strong move so that you don't die, his quote is, "You made me mad." And, I don't know, I was looking at it for some other reasons. That's not any weird reasons, I promise. I was just trying to write down quotes for Tomodachi Life. It doesn't make that... I dug myself into a hole that doesn't matter. But, I thought that was kind of funny, because, you know, I mean, he just kind of throws his shield around like a little, just like bonks a bunch of people. It's fun.
Like Captain America. No.
Captain America.
Where am I? We should probably make a cut in the recording.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you want to take a break? Hold on, I got 2. If you want to click twice for me, we can finish this slide.
Yep.
Donald's weapon is called the Mage's Staff, and Goofy's weapon is called a shield. That's it. We could stop the recording this time. I assume I'm doing it then?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, dear
Explain
listener.
yourself.
Put me at gunpoint and explain myself. Hi, dear listener, we just took a quick break. We are almost 3 hours into this recording session, and it is nearly... It's an hour to midnight.
We're over
we are
3
tired.
hours into the recording session.
We're over 3 hours of the recording session. I'm about halfway through my presentation, and for the sake of our sanity, because we did this once, and I thought it was fine, but also we were tired as fuck at the end of it.
I was having a blast doing the biology episode, but that one
When you-
broke me.
When you do the presentation,
A little earlier.
you have fun.
A little earlier.
I'm
And
sorry.
then when we're listening, we're like, we are losing our minds.
I couldn't
So,
get off work till late. Nobody could close. They needed an adult there. And I guess I'm an adult now.
yes, you are.
We hate
Yes,
to
you
hear
are.
it. Okay, well,
We're gonna take a pause and we're gonna finish the recording session later. So this means
we're
this
gonna
is the end
come
of part
back
one.
in a
Yeah.
couple weeks, and you will notice no difference.
It'll be.
It'll be at 8 p.m.
Seamless
same time.
transition.
We'll try
Yeah,
to do this on
absolutely.
a day that I don't work, and
Yeah.
I should
obviously
crank
not
through
gets
and
work,
like.
but-
I should crank through and just feminize my voice, be able to do that. That's just
do that.
no comment. Like, so we start recording.
You should definitely do that. Yeah. So yeah. I guess we'll see you guys in part two of this Kingdom Hearts episode. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say other than I'm so sorry. And
Thanks for listening, champ.
thanks for listening to part one of the Kingdom Hearts podcast. Don't even get me started.
Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Kingdom
That's
Hearts-
what we are now.
Million years. Kingdom Hearts
This
forever, baby.
This is why we're cutting now and not later. Okay.
But we're all together.
All right. Thanks for
Let's
listening to Don't Even Get Me
go.
Started. We'll be back with part 2 in a few weeks. Take care, dear listener, and give your mom a hug once in a while, or your parent, whoever's in your household.
Give your,
if you
give
love
your
them.
mom a hug.
Give your mom a hug.
Yeah, for my sake.
For my sake.
For my suffering. I'm ending my recording.
Have a good night, everyone. See you next
Good
week
night.
for our next episode.
See you next episode.